And we're live.
Are we live?
We're live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to D&D today. We have a special guest, and we have our very own Dave at Same Bet. By the way, I have your look at your monitor. Look at what I'm seeing, buddy. I got software control. Are they seeing that?
Yeah, we see there you go.
Yeah. Hold on a second. More technical issues.
They can't see that. Only you can see that.
Oh, okay. Well, yes, we have our very own Dave at Same Bet.
Hello, everybody.
And if you don't already know, Dave is a part of our sort of niche community of craps aficionados.
Love the craps game.
Craps connoisseurs. And he was here earlier today. He came into town. And if you didn't know, I have been a fan of Dave's secretly. From afar, sir.
That sounds a little creepy, but
I know,
okay,
right?
we'll take it.
So, interestingly, I actually watched your test and took notes and sort of gained a little bit of inspiration from you and your efforts to deliver a podcast, which has been fantastic.
Well,
I've been a frequent viewer and fan.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. You know, when I set out to do the interviews, I was trying to do something that most people weren't doing.
That's true.
And I was hiding behind the microphone and bringing in guests that knew what they were talking about. So that worked out well for me. So yeah, I've been just interviewing some of the craps greats.
You've expanded the horizon, really. Mm-hmm. You know, for many people, craps is sort of a niche. I think our community has different niches, right?
Yes.
You have dice setters. You have people who are different types of players, dome players, fast line players, different types of strategies. Everyone has their sort of go-to, different levels of player.
Yep. Yeah. Our different YouTube channels, they all speak to all those different players. We might focus on a strategy, or we might focus on dice influence, or we might focus on distractions in the casino. You name it. I mean, there's just so much material out there that we can focus on, and gain a little bit of knowledge and insight, and be ready for the casinos when you do come to Vegas.
It's absolutely fantastic. There's this group in Canada too, as well, who we actually they featured us, or we featured them. I forget exactly, but. There's a great community. It's really amazing how all of this has evolved given the age of social media.
Yeah.
Because I used to be a lonely ass craps dealer, and it was a lot of the same people back in the day.
Yeah.
And I recently had a conversation with a table games director, and quite amazingly, it was about how much culturally the people that play craps have changed, have evolved, and that's one of the conversations I want to have with you later.
Okay.
Today we have a whole show built up, ready to go. That's what I look like on the screen. Holy crap! Look at that, buddy. Oh my god! How's our sound? Do we have sound?
We have perfect sound.
Oh my god! This is just nonstop. It's flawless, dude. You show up and it's a flawless show.
That's what I do.
Wow, fantastic. All right, well, here's the thing. We're gonna start with some updates. Do you have my slide? We got some fantastic updates. Before we get here, why don't you just leave our store slide up, and then I'll talk about CEG first. Then I'm going to get to the Casino Quest stuff. But by the way, we're having a fantastic Labor Day holiday.
Just talk about CEG first, actually.
CEG? All right, you got a CEG?
5 minutes.
And there's Timmy whacked our 10-minute challenger in 5 minutes. He didn't even get the whole 10-minute challenge?
No.
It was only...
What did I tell you? I said
oh my god,
5 minutes.
It's brutal. Why do you guys want to come down and challenge yourself to this kind of abuse? It's just, it's not much of a challenge. By the way, he kicked my ass the other day. All right, well, we got a few updates. Number one is CEG has a poker class. It's back. We have a fantastic poker instructor and his fantastic wife, by the way. And our poor poker instructor's got some tooth issues, but I always hate them, dude. Nerve pain, a lot of sympathy. It's a terrible type of pain to have. But he's a 20-year poker connoisseur, dealer, supervisor, shift boss, and he's coming to teach poker at CEG on a full-time basis, Monday through Fridays. It's going to be 1 to 5. This week, of course, we have Labor Day on Monday, so the class starts Tuesday. We still have a couple seats left. You can pre-register on the website. I'm expecting a few people on the day of, so if you want to lock up a spot, be sure to go to CEGDealers.com and pre-register for poker. Apart from that, we just got visited by the Sahara, They're going to be coming down and starting their own job fair here in the next week or so. And me and Sticky went to visit the Sahara, and holy crap, has that place evolved. I mean, it's looking fantastic. I love this new iteration. The new valet, the new entrance is looking great. They've redone all the flooring. So any of you with the monkey on the back and all those other things, that's all gone. And the place looks, it's gone back to the old days of decadence, the old era where Sahara, the big chandeliers and the lights, and it's really a really good looking,
nice, actually.
Really good looking property. I think that they're going to make a run for it. The north side of the strip has come a long way. As we know, we got resorts. And we actually have some little inside news on resorts. Not much, but the north side's building up. It's been a lot of synergy, a lot of we have the Drew of the Fountainbleau now is going to finally move forward. We have the festival grounds across the street from the Sahara. That's going to be evolving here in a minute. So a lot of good things, and of course Casino Quest is bigger, better, and all that. So that's good. All right. The next big update we have, though, we just updated our link on our CasinoQuest.biz website, and you can shop, and it goes right to our brand new e-commerce site, thanks to our very own Dennis and his team. And we have been collecting lots of stuff. Can they see the slide? Oh, we got stuff, dude. We have stuff. Let me tell you, Dave, this is some stuff. We got, first of all, we have some of those of you in the 69 Diamond Club will happy know we have some interesting coins available that are sold out like twice now. I can't keep them in stock, which is actually a fabulous thing. But here's a picture of kind of the thing. So we have cards starting from the mini cards. They're like this big. They can't see my hand, of course. It's on the, all right. We got all the way up to now that's a regular size deck of blackjack. That's the standard professional blackjack deck you see in front of that big fat red deck. That's how big that deck is. So if you want to have quite the event, we had a lady in here who was like a big Uno fan, wants to play Uno with those cards. That would be quite the fun. Holy smokes. But so we have every size deck you can imagine, from the smallest to the biggest. And then if you look to the right, that's our new cabinet. And we got gold, 24 karat gold plated certificates, gaming cards. The gaming cards you see are waterproof, all that stuff. We got blinkies, a whole bunch of stuff. And if you look on the top right, some of you craps people, we have had several times a day now people ask about this new white table. And it's coming. We have an 8-foot craps table. It's its own kit available. We're finishing working out the final details this next week. The starting price is going to be $2,500, but there'll be different configurations. And we put it together in 10 minutes. I kid you not. So this table is sturdy. Dave's actually.
Yeah, I walked around it. Kind of pressed down on the felt to see what it felt like, and it is a very sturdy, lightweight table.
It's amazing.
And like you said, being able to put it together in 10 minutes is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I don't know you very well yet, David, but if you can do it in 10 minutes, I'm sure
suck.
Anybody can.
No, anybody can. Quite literally, I am the low bar for putting together stuff. We did get one piece. We had one piece around the wrong way for a second, and then we put it back. But I mean, this is quite literally the craps kit of all craps kits. So we're working with a company now to provide these. We're gonna have more information up on our site this next week. But those of you who've been waiting to have your own craps table, this is a great price point for an actual 8-foot table. They're available. They have 2 casinos now that are onto 8-foot tables. Resorts World is one of them.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. That's that's fairly new.
That is new.
8-foot tables actually in the casino, dice setter's dream.
Right?
Yeah.
You got to.
If you have any kind of influence whatsoever, and you think of it this way, it's always stick left one from a 12-foot table, always.
Yeah.
And if you have any influence over the dice at all, that's going to be a phenomenal tool to help you sharpen your game.
Yeah, so these 8-foot tables are only run with 2 dealers on the inside, so the inside stick. So at the midway point from where you shoot is almost literally inches away.
Right.
If you got a long arm.
Yeah. I was also going to say, can you put the merchandise back up? The screen on the merchandise?
Yeah.
Here.
While you're getting back to it, I would say that little screen doesn't do it justice. This is the first time I've been here in the new location, and it is just walking through a store. all the little knickknacks and things that the souvenirs that you might want to buy while you're in Vegas, or somebody has a birthday or something like that. All sorts of things that you can get from here, and I'm assuming these things are on the website, the Ecom.
Yeah, they're
website?
on the Ecom now. We just now put it up, quite literally, like 15 minutes before the show.
Well, the big and mini cards aren't, but everything.
There's
else
a few things missing, but for the most part, everything is up there.
Yeah, so if you're looking for any kind of gift, and this is unscripted here, but check it out, because there are a lot of fun things out there that you can buy for somebody who is just a general gambler, or I wouldn't even say necessarily craps enthusiast. You've got all sorts of stuff up there. So take a look at it.
And by the way, it's all casino grade. So we focus everything. If you see a higher price point, it's a casino grade type of thing that costs, like the dice we have.
Yeah.
The dice cost $15.
Yeah.
But they're casino grade dice. They're mic'd and everything. I mean, they're legit. 19 millimeter. Ready for home use, or ready for professional use.
So there's no stamps. There's no cancellations. Not
nothing.
Dice.
Raw. Right out of the in the cereal wrappers, uncontested, ready to go. Yep. So if you want dice, and that's the price they have it on Amazon, because we got to compete with Amazon, of course. So it's the same price. Yeah. They're not cheap. So
you have books. I saw a bookshelf back there. Books for sale. Are those on the site also?
No, not the books. No one reads anymore, Dave. Okay, that's why we're doing a podcast.
Plus, we can't get a competitive price with Amazon. There's no way.
Free. We can't compete with free.
Yeah, but Dennis could autograph it.
Oh my God!
I don't think anyone wants my signature.
Yeah. Look at you just switching around from person to person.
This is really hard on the brain.
But can they see what I would like to show? I'm gonna add a new. Can I add a new slide and you can show it to them, because I want to add an interactive thing. I want to add this. You ready? Check out these. We have these gold $1,000. We got bills, replica bills that are gold plated.
I can just show them on the Ecom site.
Really? You can actually bring up the Ecom site and show it? Wow, that'd be fantastic, dude. And the Bitcoins? All right, and then we got to get back. We got to get off QVC to our. But this way, the people are still rolling in. Yeah, so we have the skylines. We have new price points, and we also have the dealer kits. So we have the layouts available on this site right now, cheaper. So we finally found a new supplier. So we do have the layout only option, but we'll be putting together the sets for you guys looking for dealer sets, casino dealer sets. We'll have those. But we have these fantastic coins, a few supplies. It's a work in progress. We've been working really hard to get this out, but give us another couple of days and we should have it finished. But it's a much more seamless shopping experience. The other website kind of sucked, honestly. It was a cog in our wheel. But yeah, the decks of cards, all that stuff is just fantastic. And we've tried to lower our prices quite substantially on just about everything. So you'll see some really good prices on everything. All right.
Well, one more thing.
Go.
I saw something out there when I was browsing earlier. It looked like a blackjack layout on maybe like a 1 foot by 1 foot board. So it's like a single player.
Yeah.
The dealer shuffle pads is what.
That's what it's called. Dealer shuffle pads.
Yeah.
So if you're a blackjack player and you're trying to practice it, you want kind of that real feel.
That's it.
Of the felt. What was it? I don't know, $25, $30?
$25. They were $30 down to $25. Now, we had someone, those are all handmade.
Yeah.
And the idea behind the shuffle pad is it gives you room to really shuffle. So if you're a blackjack dealer specifically, where you have to use a lot of hands and push checks, you have to have that same feel. So it has speed felt underneath the felt, actually, and that's what costs the most money. So those felts underneath actual blackjack tables, not so much. I know that a lot of people talk about what's under a craps table felt. That's different.
Yeah.
On a blackjack table, they have these speed felts, and they give way so that the player or the dealer can push checks over and over and over again, and then shuffle cards. It's a little different experience than obviously the dice on the craps table. So those are $25. You put them right on your lap, and you can shuffle away and play. Yeah.
It looks like a great tool.
It is a fantastic tool. We used to sell out at the school, and then we brought them here.
Yeah.
Not so much here.
People check it out. I think you'll like it.
No, 100%. Okay, you ready? All right, now we got news. We got some fantastic news, Dave. Things are happening at Vegas. I'm sure you've seen. It's been pretty busy.
Oh yeah.
So we got the Vegas news slide, sir. Vegas news slide.
Wait, I'm working on the graphics.
By the way, I'm so excited to have you.
Well, thanks,
I mean, more than you think I am, to be honest with you. It was quite something, because I know you mentioned you were going to come out here, and there you were at the window this morning, and you took your and I didn't recognize you at first.
I could tell.
And I'm like, who is this? You know?
Yeah. So I walk up a few minutes before they open.
Yeah.
And I see these guys standing back there, and I recognize them, and I'm waving like an idiot. You know, hi, I'm here. You guys know who I am.
Yeah.
I've got my mask on.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you guys know who I am,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So pull down the mask, and I see this. Oh, okay, hi.
Yeah.
And then 10 minutes later, he figures out who I really am.
Yeah. No. And it didn't register at first, because we have people that stop by and they're like, they start talking to me like we've been friends for for forever, and I'm like, it's a little different. Okay,
So
Vegas
what's in the news?
All right, ready? Vegas news. Very first thing, July, 5th straight month, gaming win top $1 billion. First time that's happened since 2008.
Wow.
Record gaming. Part of it, though, sadly, is because people can't play with the bankroll they need. The strategy, we talked about that. If you have $25 tables and you came with, let's say, $500, that money goes quick.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't create a lot of opportunity for yourself. So I have a feeling a lot of that win is just from people stuck. I mean, it's hard to get out of a $25 table. That's not a table you can chase.
No, not at all. And I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm a low roller. I don't.
Me and you both, sir.
I'm not a gambler. I really am not. I enjoy playing the game, but I do not like risking a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty conservative in the strategies that I play. So this news really doesn't surprise me a whole lot. The question is, are they going to keep it up?
You know, that is a very good question that I would like to get answered. So far, we haven't seen any. We saw a week when Delta was first being announced. We saw like a week or two where things waned, especially here at the mall. The mall, of course, doesn't have a hotel attached, doesn't have a casino attached. This mall specifically is sort of a standalone and needs really pedestrian traffic on the strip. So we saw like for about 2 weeks that a little drop off. But for the most part, I think casinos as a whole, the pent-up demand has still been there. Those people who recovered well, have gotten back to work, or you know what I mean? You know, they've been waiting. In fact, there's another story. One of the other news is that the weddings are through the roof now. They're expecting 80,000 wedding licenses this year, more than any other year, which is new. Because imagine during the pandemic, of course, not so much. Only 56,000 wedding licenses. I'm surprised there's that many. Believe it. I thought it would have dropped off like a complete cliff. Like, who made it out here during the COVID?
Well, what was it before? Any idea what?
So about 70,000 used to be about the average.
Okay.
So COVID put a dent, but not as big a dent as you might think. I mean, people want to get married. They want to get married. You know, they'll drive out here, and you know what they were doing? I think we were downtown. It might have been you, or it might have been Alex. We were downtown. We saw a whole stretch of limousines going to the courtyard downtown Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And then we realized, we're like, what's going on here? What we realized is they were doing like the drive-through licensing. They literally out on the street. They were working it out because of COVID. You know, there was a lot of regulation. But for the city and the state, this is a huge source of revenue.
Okay.
So they wanted to make sure they were still filling that need. So even though every other agency was closed, this one kept open. You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah, no, I remember the drive-through marriages here in Vegas is big.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's always been big. Yeah, no, you can get anything. You could have Elvis, you know, reach out the window, sing you a tune, jump in the back of your car. I mean,
it's a la carte basically.
It's everything's a la carte. What's funny is that they literally have Dave. Have you seen some of the drive-through weddings?
Yeah.
Have you, like, where they have the literally the menu? And you order right off the flippin' how you want your wedding to roll out.
It's just like going through McDonald's.
It really is.
Let's take the number 3 supersize.
Yeah. Isn't that fantastic? Only in Vegas. This has got to be the campiest place in the world, don't you think? I mean, without any doubt.
Without a doubt.
No, without a doubt.
You know, but you're talking about traffic and driving. That's one thing I noticed when we came in. We actually came in Friday night.
Yeah.
The traffic isn't as bad as what I would have thought. Is that because the construction's all done, or
construction's never done in Vegas? Okay.
Yeah. Last time I was here, you know,
when you came in, you drove here. You drove in.
Well, I got a rental car.
You got a rental car.
So
so just driving around the strip.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good question. Really, you didn't experience as much traffic?
No,
for Labor Day?
except for last night down by the stadium. We're staying down. I'm allowed to say it, right?
Yeah, of course.
So we're staying down at Luxor, and the Allegiant Stadium was hosting one of those college games last night.
Oh.
Traffic was horrible for a couple of hours, but this morning, today, this afternoon, it was great. It was easy to get around, much easier than it has been in the past. So I was trying to think, is that because the attendance is down? But that's not what your news story is kind of indicating.
And Labor Day is definitely busy. There's literally no time. Look at this. I'm getting requests for our podcast, dude. Literally on my phone as we go. Holy crap. How many people we got? More than 20? We got a couple?
We have 2.5, sir.
Oh, 2.5. Hey, do we have any ghosts? Because we're putting out the word for ghosts, just in case they're listening and they want to sponsor us. Okay. We need some ghosts. Do we have ghosts? Are we out of ghosts? We're out of ghosts.
I don't think we have any here at the...
Oh, my God, you little bastard. You're supposed to keep those stocked up. We always need ghosts. Okay.
I think I drank them all.
So just this is out for Pit Boss John. Yes, we are doing the podcast today. It's right now, sir. So there's that. All right. Yeah, so most of the casinos are sold out. Room rates are up. I mean, for the most part, there's still cones. You can never, the interesting thing about Vegas, and this could be literally everywhere, is they put the cones out, and you never know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
That whether it's just there because someone needs something to do, or there actually going to be some construction.
This is very true, by the way. Holy smokes, there's a lot of cones.
There just seem to be random cones sometimes.
Yeah.
And right.
Well, always.
Yeah.
Always. And, here in particular, you never see anybody working because I think they don't work until like 2 a.m. or something.
No, you gotta work early mornings, dude. You would die in the heat.
Yeah.
I mean, no one would want to be in construction.
The last time I was here, I want to say it was the North Strip that was really coned up. That you couldn't really drive through there easily.
Yeah.
But like I said today,
that's when probably we were working on Resorts World.
No? Okay. It was right before Resorts World.
So now it's further up. They're still doing some stuff outside Sahara. So there's some of that. It gets down to one lane. But for the most part, the rest of it's open. And to that point, industrial now, the side streets are also now relatively open as well.
Yeah.
So they've finished a lot of the work. So I think as far as the cabs go and rideshare, they keep to those venues now.
Yeah.
Where before they were, for a minute there, they were forced onto the strip because Resorts was working on the back end.
Yep.
So that those lanes of traffic were somehow, were impacted. And then you have the stripper zone further down where you access like the library, what used to be Cheetah's, Sapphire Day Club, Strippers Club, yes. And so notoriously, when those were busier, let's just say, in normal times, you wouldn't want to be there. You wouldn't want to go down those streets as a taxi or rideshare because it gets convoluted, goes down to one lane. You got people drunk walking around, and so that pushes that traffic onto the strip. So I think in general, we're at a good point in our development.
Yeah, I mean, I would say if you're thinking about driving, I wouldn't hesitate to drive down the strip now. It's not a bad drive.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It'll get there.
Today.
Yeah, today. All right, so the other thing is, the other big rumor, besides
before we do that, we have a couple super chats.
Oh! We
got a $4.99 from Sean Darby, says, love Hatless David.
Love what? Hatless David. You guys, you notice? I've been addicted to my hat, and I'm going hatless for a while. I've recombed my hair. Spent more than... All right, fantastic. We love that.
And then we also got from Gary Benson Jr., $9.99. Didn't say anything.
Really? Oh, wow. Fantastic. We love those. We love those. Those are the freebies. That's like an 11 when you're in the cup. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he commented after that. Love the content. Thanks.
Thank you guys very much. And by the way, do we have the meter for Sticky's coming out party?
Coming out party?
I mean his
wait, let's go back there.
21 party. Jesus.
Oh my God.
It's a new world, sir.
We're gonna hit that one.
He's gonna be 21 in March, and we're gonna do the most epic 21 year. Let me ask you this real quick, okay, Dave? Yeah. What did you do when you were 21? What was your big splash?
Oh man, I'm lame. So I was already married by the time I was 21.
So not a lot going on there.
Not a lot going on. That was like 31 years ago. I don't remember what I did.
I was at 21. I believe I was working at the Westward Ho, moving on to the Golden Gate.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a pot to piss in, quite honestly. And at that time, I was recently sort of moved to Vegas, didn't have a whole lot of friends. It was me and the wife and a newborn trying to figure out. We had this roommate who was addicted to bread. And I can remember that occupying a lot of my headspace back then. So I didn't have the most, nowadays people turn 21 and they lose their minds in Vegas if they're in Vegas. It's
a real event. Becca, we're relatively close to the same age.
Yeah.
I don't think it was such a thing.
No, it wasn't as big a deal. You know what's amazing is, like, for me, getting my first car was, like, literally the big thing. I was 16, and I saved up, all of $75, sir, to buy my first car. I had a Hornet, AMC Hornet. You remember those?
Yes, my brother, I think, had a Hornet.
Yeah. And that was my first car for $75. I pulled it into the auto repair shop. And the guy said, listen, the tires are worth $100, so this is a good deal, okay? And so, but it was for me, it was less about the car and more about the fact that I could drive. It was my independence. I could drive into Boston. I was living outside Boston at the time. And that was a big moment. Now, for kids nowadays, they could care less. Driving means nothing. Cars mean nothing.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Right. You're absolutely right. Today's kids... God, I sound like my dad now. I know. I'm not even going to finish that sentence.
Those little
but
whippersnappers.
21 years old. It's an event now. I just don't remember it being like that when I turned 21.
So here's my thing. My thing is, for all of the people who miss that, I'm going to live it vicariously through this young man. And by the way, and I've talked about this a bit, there's no one more deserving than Dennis.
Yeah.
That I know of. And I've known quite a few people. Not that, Dennis hasn't had the easiest life. I started in a very middle to upper class family. I had a lot of potential breaks, even though I ended up in the military.
Yeah.
But my life wasn't all that, difficult as a young person. Dennis has had to, get through it. He's avoided the gang life. He lives in the middle of gang life. Like, literally the gangs.
This is very true, by the way.
When the hood's hood is where he lives. Like, quite honestly, no exaggeration, when Las Vegas uses pictures to, if there's a newspaper story about gangs, and they show it's behind his place.
Oh, wow.
I mean, the last one they used is literally behind his place. I mean, you could point out, like, gangs just right there.
That's crazy, man.
And so for him to have avoided that lifestyle and become the big nerd that he is today is quite something. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me, guys, in the last 30 minutes, I could tell this guy is a nerd.
He's a tech nerd on another level, isn't he?
Oh, I did set up all this.
He did. No, we love Dennis. So anyways, so that's the goal, and so that's what we're raising money. We're gonna put all that money, minus what YouTube takes, of course, we're gonna have the most epic party ever. It's actually, so we have his friend Jet, who is also on our media team, turns 21 about the same time. 2 weeks earlier?
Or 2 weeks earlier, exactly.
Oh, he's your senior? Oh, he's a veteran. He'll be a veteran by then. Well, a senior by then. Anyways, all right. But there's that. So let's move on. So the next interesting news, because we have a lot of friends that work at Cosmo. The Cosmo is essentially, Vital Vegas broke this news. It's amazing. That guy at Vital Vegas, he breaks all the news here in town. He knows everything. He's everywhere. I don't know how he does it.
He is amazing. He's one that I like to watch and listen to. He comes up with stuff that nobody else has.
It's amazing. You know what's so funny? Dennis is going to get a kick out of this. We were actually at the Forum Shops the other day. We were trying to work our way down this staircase.
Yeah.
And he was pointing out on his blog, because now I read his blog all the time. By the way, he's hilarious. His writing style is fantastic. I love reading his stuff. And he was talking about this one specific place where you have to walk all the way around and then back up to get to this one ledge.
Okay.
And you could easily, so what they did is they put up this little fencing there and cut it off because they want you to walk all the way around to go by all their stores. You follow, instead of you doing the shortcut and just going down. Well, apparently a lot of people take pictures of the staircase. They'll stand there and take pictures. We weren't interested in that. We just wanted a shortcut to get down. And we're like, why the hell is this fenced off? And me and him were actually talking about this other day as we were trying to make our way around. And we're like, what? This makes no sense. It's just closing off this one area before you can get down the stairs. And of course, his latest blog is like, why the hell are they making you go all the way around this one area? It's such a nuanced thing. Like, who would know this is even there? And he makes it a point. It's hilarious, dude. You got to read. If you don't know, it's vitalvegas.com, and this guy has the inside news on Vegas all the time. I don't know him. I've never met him. We were working with a casino who was trying to get us together and have us collab. I would love to meet him if it's out there. I don't know. I don't know who he is. I'm not sure what his name. I guess we were told his name, but I've since forgot. But
does he have it out there?
I'm not sure. I wouldn't put it out there anyways. But he's hilarious. He has the inside track. But anyways, so Cosmo, apparently it's owned by Blackstone, which has done quite honestly has done a very good job. The dealers there can't complain because they keep bringing in the high limit play. They've made the place, people have something to complain about all the time. Let's put it that way.
Well, Blackstone, do they just own the property, or are they managing also?
No, I'm not sure who's managing. That I don't know, but they own the property, and they've made it so that it's very fortuitous, let's just say, for the dealers there. And they make a great living, sir. They're doing 90 plus as dealers. So it's a fantastic job. They have a lot of $800 days, $500 days. I mean, the Cosmo is literally top tier casino to work for. It's Cosmo, Aria, Bellagio. Those three. That's where you want to be if you're a casino dealer. And Blackstone has sort of created those relationships and made it the property it is today. But they're for sale, apparently. So the story goes. And the top suitors would be Apollo, the real estate investment, the REIT. The MGM apparently might actually consider a run at it, or so we've heard. And then there is the Fertitta, the other Fertitta, not the Station Casino Fertitta.
Okay.
It's the Tillman. It's the guy that owns the Nuggets and Landry Steakhouses. So he owns the Golden Nuggets, he owns a couple of those, and the Landry Steakhouses. He started in trucking. There was actually a reality show. So most people here in town know the Fertittas as having Frank and Lorenzo Fertitta, who opened Station Casino, who started Station Casinos. Their dad started the Bingo Palace, where Palace Station is, and turned that into quite literally the Station Casino empire that it is today. But this is a cousin who has also built his own independent billion-dollar empire. And he has since gone on to own the Nugget, and so it's rumored that he might actually want a strip property.
Well, the one enterprise that you named that kind of struck a chord with me was MGM. Aren't they dangerously close to having too many properties?
Not so much anymore, I don't think. A lot of that, sort of the monopolies have faded away, so to speak. The Indians are making plays on the strip now. And the REITs have sort of disconnected a few of those monopolies, which, by the way, we love, because competition on the strip is a good thing.
Yeah, for sure.
For lower limit tables, cheaper food, these kinds of things, and incentivizing kind of play and where to go. When you have just three companies locking up most of the strip options, not to say they're in cahoots, but they can standardize rates and food, and you know what I mean? They can make all the tables $15, $20. We want to see those days of $5 blackjack tables come back.
Exactly. I'd love to see that.
And you need competition to do that.
All right, I'm going to go in a rabbit hole here for a second.
Go.
But you also mentioned the tribal casinos trying to make a presence here on the Strip.
Yeah.
Now, if they do, do they already own some?
So we have San Manuel bought the Palms. And or is it who is it? Oh God,
San Manuel is Palms.
San Manuel is the Palms.
Okay.
And then we have Mohican Sun bought Virgin. They're managing the casino floor at Virgin.
Okay.
The next big play, so the rumor goes, is Seminoles are looking to buy some property on the Strip, and we've narrowed it down through sources that we have to probably a Bally's kind of thing. Bally's Paris kind of thing, because Bally's is a little bit in limbo. The name Bally's actually has to go bye here soon because of some licensing issues. It's no longer that casino name is no longer actually owned or affiliated with the owners now.
Yeah.
So I think the Seminoles is the next big one out of Florida. So they've been very successful in the Florida market. They own the Hard Rock. So they own the Hard Rock Lock. I
think you're going to answer my question here already, but. Where I come from, they have, I think it's called Class 2 gaming.
Yeah.
If they have a property here in Nevada, let's just say anywhere in Nevada, are they stuck with the Class 2?
No.
Or? Okay.
No, these would be all Class 3. So
that's state specific. It's
so
not.
what happens is if you buy a casino, and I know this because of my affiliation with Dottie's, because I play a lot of Dottie's. So what happens is when you buy the casino, you essentially get their license. You just need to make sure that your people pass the gaming license. You get the gaming license you can access, because it's that property that has. We don't have Class 2 here in Nevada. I mean, it's all Class 3, right?
Okay.
So we don't have any limitations like that. But you're right. A lot of Indian tribes, their state packs are limited to Class 2 gaming. Although they've expanded now.
Yeah.
So a lot of markets like Oklahoma, where you go play, has added craps and roulette.
Yep.
And by the way, I've been offered a big ass job in Oklahoma to teach dice and to blow up their dice. So dice is a big, huh?
Oh, it's huge.
I mean, huge out there, huh?
Yeah. So I play in Oklahoma quite a bit, and the frustrating thing about playing craps in Oklahoma is the ante.
Oh, really?
Man, I tell you that. But some of the casinos get away with not charging an ante. But more often than not, you're going to see it. And
ante on craps?
On craps.
Holy
$1
smokes.
ante on every come out roll. Every come out roll. So, somebody rolls a 3 on a come out. Yep, another $1 ante.
Oh, really? So
yep.
you have to. So how does the ante work? You have to pay per shooter.
Per shooter. Yeah.
Oh, per shooter.
Per shooter.
Per come out. Per shooter.
So.
And how much is that?
$1.
Holy crap! And they have
Yes.
Class 3. Why are they sticking with the ante?
Class 3 or not.
I mean, do they have cards or they have actual dice?
They have actual dice.
Well, that's Class 3. They got approved for Class 3.
Yeah.
So the ante, just because.
The funding for the game, I'm talking about stuff I don't know a whole lot about here.
Okay.
The funding for the game is supposed to come from the ante. So once they have enough money to cover the game, they can choose whether to keep.
And they just keep it because everybody's sort of ensconced.
Exactly.
They know
everybody's
used to paying it, so they're like, screw it, we'll just keep collecting.
Yeah.
I hear you.
It's nothing to pay $40 an hour in ante.
Wow.
Yeah.
And still play, and the tables are still busy?
It's still packed.
Packed, I know. So I have heard the toke rates out there are comparable to what dealers are making at the Cosmo.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tremendous. I spoke with a table games director, quite a few.
Yeah.
To up and down that area who are just desperate for dealers and training.
Yeah.
And the toke rate is astounding. Colorado too, by the way. I mean, all these out of marketplaces, the tokes are ridiculous.
Yeah.
I opened up Louisiana. I was absolutely surprised. Where I work, I went to Lake Charles, and that was the first casinos that I know of in that area. Borders Texas.
Yep.
And we'd have somebody out there on the road calling in and letting us know how many miles back. So we had one guy stationed 2 miles, another guy stationed 5 miles.
We had scouts.
We had scouts because it was only a two-lane road.
Yeah.
And so, traffic was limited going to Lake Charles because prior to players opening, who the hell went to Lake Charles unless you were kind of going cross-state? I mean, it was a podunk kind of, I wouldn't say podunk for all of you in Lake Charles. The population's low. You know what I mean? It's not like a big tourist destination.
I've actually been to Lake Charles.
You have been?
Yeah.
Prior to the casinos?
So many years
So
ago.
Anyways, so we'd have somebody and be like, listen, the 5 mile mark, we'd have cars backed up.
Yeah.
And so we had a heads up on how many people we need to entertain. And this was back when the riverboats had to go out and cruise.
Yeah.
So you were limited to how many people you could have and this kind of thing. And because once you were on that boat, you were stuck.
Yep.
So you needed to make sure these people had asses in seats. Like, this is your seat over here at this blackjack table, and you probably can't move for the next 2.5 hours because if you do, you're going to lose your seat, and that's it, And the tokes were through the roof. Those dealers made $150,000 their first year.
Yeah.
These were kids. These were young, 21 years old, that went from working, some kind of whatever, minimum wage job.
Yeah.
In some cases, some of them would commute and do the shrimp boats or the oil rigs.
Yeah.
So, and then they would live in Lake Charles because it was cheap, obviously. Yeah. And when I went there was no temporary housing. There was no place. I had to stay in some guy's mobile home with Cujo outside. I literally had to stay in some mobile home because there was no other place. They had some weekly motels where truckers and stuff, but those would sell out like all the time.
Did they have like an old man with a banjo out in front?
I mean, dude, they had a killer dog that jumped up on the hood of my car, and I couldn't get out of my car unless the owner of the mobile home that I was renting space from got him off.
Pulled him down.
Literally, that's how big he was. Cujo. They called him Cujo. He had
Yeah.
this pack of mangy mutts that used to follow him around. Big ass dog. Can you imagine?
Well, you know what I'm afraid of though, for those casinos that border Texas, whether it be Oklahoma casinos or Louisiana casinos. Yep. What happens if Texas ever does legalize gambling and they start putting casinos down there?
Yeah, it's going to hurt Lake Charles for sure because there's no other reason to go through there. I mean, where it's located is badly situated. I mean, if Texas goes live, which there's talk of now, at least in terms of a limited number of licenses, but I think that's going to happen. I mean, the revenue, especially coming out of COVID, a lot of states are looking for revenue. And gambling revenue is like, I wouldn't say free revenue, but pretty free revenue.
Yeah.
You have, most businesses, you have to incentivize to get them to come to your state.
Yep.
Like, we gave away like $1 billion to Tesla to build their gigafactory up in Reno. You know, we competed for that. So we gave them all these tax deferments and incentives. But when a casino wants to open, it's like, that's like a payday for the state.
Yeah.
How much are you willing to pay, to pay us to be part of this, wonderful, environment?
Well, I actually live in Kansas, and we have 4 casinos that are all state-owned casinos.
Wow.
And we have a couple of tribal casinos as well up in the north. But yeah, it's the state recognizes that it's good business, and it may not be long before Texas follows.
I mean, I think Pennsylvania owns like all the liquor stores, right? Don't they operate all the liquor stores? Because that'd be genius. I mean, if I'm a state, I want to own all the liquor stores. Just collect all that money. Forget about the taxes. Let's just, Anyways.
How do we get off on these subjects?
I know, dude, you're like a fellow tangent right here. I mean, holy crap. Yeah, we haven't even got through the second slide.
We got 2 donations and I couldn't even talk.
Wow, really?
Yeah, so
fantastic.
Christopher Bird Trucking says for Dennis's B-Day fun, and then Sean Darby says minus David's fee, the rest is for Dennis's fun.
Well, my fee is big, dude. Big fat fee. Yeah, but this is good. This is good information, man. Yeah. I mean, people love this. I would think so. I would hope so. Okay. The other thing is, I just wanted to put this out on the Vegas News. Do we still have the Vegas News slide?
We do.
Slide? Because this is a good slide. Actually, yeah, it's one before that. It's the news slide. There you go. This big hole has been sitting there for years. They were going to put up a tower. So if you didn't already know, rents in Vegas are up astronomically. So on the average, across the country, rents are up. Here in Vegas, they're up like 9% just year over year, which is absurd. So 2-bedroom apartment, about a year before COVID, so let's say about 3 years ago, $800, pretty cheap. Living, food was cheap, energy's cheap, rents were cheap. Now not so much. Yeah. Inventory, everybody's moving here from other states. If you have a state that has state taxes, you're coming to Vegas, or you're coming to this area basically, because everything is, you could buy a house here, a $500,000 house you can get, it's like an apartment in California, but you know what I mean? I mean, like, it's amazing. So they're finally addressing this guy, $200 million investment, is going to put up a whole bunch of apartments, which we pray helps to loosen the stranglehold of rents. It's unbelievable. Even apartment rents now, it's like $1,400-1,500 for a 2-bedroom, for your average 2-bedroom.
Where's this located?
This is in the southwest of the city. Okay. So unless you know where the southwest is, sir, but it's south of the Strip and west of the Strip.
Gotcha.
It's it's Decatur and Blue Diamond. It's just I'm like this guy, but yeah. So it was supposed to be a high rise. It was going to be a high rise. So it's amazing because there were a lot of these plans that were developed for high rise apartments, and none of them have taken off. The last one that was built was over 10 years ago, and most of those have been built downtown. Yeah. Which has been almost completely gentrified all the way down the street. Have you been downtown recently?
No, not since last year actually.
Okay, well, they so it used to be you walk down Fremont Street, right? Yeah. You started with maybe $100 in your pocket. You gambled a little bit. As you went down street, you needed less money to do more things, basically. Okay. So you would that's where people of the night. You know what I mean? People are transacting, bartering in other goods.
I understand what you're saying.
You get down to your last dollar and, Sadly, there's one of the weekly rentals is this place. My supervisor, one of my last supervisors that I was good friends with, he worked at the Fitz with me on Graveyard, and he passed away at one of these local motels down Fremont. He lived at, so most of those were occupied by dealers and supervisors. They were really cheap weeklies.
Yeah.
And a lot of people in the business, at least downtown, it's kind of that's changed a lot. But downtown is where you went when you couldn't kind of make it on the Strip. You didn't make a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
And so in many cases, your life just descended into madness. And that madness played out in those weekly, rentals that you see. So you can still drive down and see the remnants of those places here in Vegas, or downtown on Fremont Street. But a lot of them are closed and are being either renovated or changed into repurposed. I mean, that whole area has been upgraded. It's quite amazing.
Yeah.
To see the transformation. I mean, the people that still have lots that 10 years ago weren't worth a whole lot.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna be millionaires soon. It's amazing.
Yeah, but so they sell their little.
I mean, you get a little free crack on that side, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But now, so they sell it, but they're going to have to pay an extraordinary amount to move somewhere else.
No, that's true. Yeah, that's the problem now. Is like I'm getting all these offers on my house, but I mean, where am I going to move? I'm going to have to pay more to move now. Did you beat the next person? We got Timmy. Oh, Timmy has a new challenge. He beat the first challenge in 5 minutes. They didn't even get their full 10-minute challenge. They got whacked in 5 minutes. And yeah. All right.
Changing it to a 5-minute challenge?
It's changing to a 5-minute challenge, he said. There's no value in that. All right.
So apartments are coming. Hopefully
apartments are coming.
Drop the rental prices here.
We hope. There's another guy that came through. Just a couple weeks ago, someone announced a new housing development, townhome development in Summerlin.
Okay.
He filed his plans to the county, got approved, and he hung out a sign saying "coming soon." Within a week, he sold out.
Man.
He doesn't even have. There's nothing even. They haven't even broken ground. They've already sold out every single one of those developments. It's amazing. I don't know how he does it. Do you know that there are some developers now, who for every one house, they have at least 10 asks, and they've been doing lotteries. So you basically leave your name, one of 10 people, and they randomly select who it is that'll have the good fortune to buy that land or that house. It's unbelievable what's going on here. It's just crazy. So there's another company has just gone about buying up all these homes and converting them to rentals. And then there's another company who is in North Las Vegas especially, who has a plan to build 146 homes, all rentals, all single-family rentals. He's not going to sell a single one.
Yeah.
It's the transformation of Vegas.
Well, if he builds it, somebody will buy that.
Jesus, everybody. I mean, it's outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. We should just go into the real estate business, sir. We should give up everything else and buy some land.
$5 I can invest.
Maybe we get a big roll, dude. We get a big roll,
there we go.
And we cash out. All right. So here's my next slide. For those of you who might be a little bit late, but they do have a promotion going on. The Las Vegas Coalition. Oh, I get to see the software control screen again. That's fantastic. Free ride on the Ride Smart LDW free Lyft ride using this code Ride Smart LDW. You get not free ride, but you get $10 off. $10 off. Las Vegas Coalition for Zero Fatalities offering $15,000. And this article was hidden. I mean, they might have already gone through the $15,000, but I have a feeling that there's still some out there. So if you're looking for a free Lyft ride, there you go. $10 in credit at least. Maybe not free.
Yeah, so what's going on with rideshare here in Vegas? I hear rumors about
having to
surge
wait
pricing and waiting forever. You might have a $40 surge price to go.
I took a Lyft yesterday actually. It cost me $20 from here to the school, which is the average price. It hasn't been too bad. At the beginning, when we first reopened, it was like you couldn't get a rideshare, you couldn't do anything.
We saw people outside of the Walmart. We went to Walmart one day, grocery shopping with groceries in their carts, and a line of 20 people waiting
on a
for their rideshare or for their rideshare to show up, which kind of sucks because if you have milk or ice cream, you know what I mean, not gonna make it.
Yeah, it's hot here in case
it was hot, and you're waiting outside. Yeah, that was a bit rough, but. There have been some issues. In fact, strangely, we know some dealers who have quit their dealing jobs and are driving nonstop because if you are driving, you're making $5,000 a week out here. I mean, because you're running the strip, you're running nonstop. I mean, as far as that goes, it's an easy win. You know, so yeah. We just ran into one of our dealers the other day. His name is, a fantastic kid, by the way. Great personality. We trained him about 3 years ago, and he recommended CEG. He actually dropped off a prospective student to our front door and said, you have to go to CEG. Yeah. And he said, say hello to David. Of course, man, what the hell is his name? I can't remember his name. He's an Ethiopian kid. Anyways, but shout out to you, sir. Good job. His name is Ace. Anyways, I forget. Okay, you ready? We get to new casino action. You guys are going to be excited. Some of you are going to be excited. Guess what they've got going on here? I keep forgetting your name, Dave.
It's a hard one to remember.
It's your name.
Yeah, it is. It's like, what?
I'm going to put Dave here on my sleeve.
Yeah, on the sleeve, on the side.
Look, he still calls me, what's his name?
Ash.
Even after, years of working here.
Ash is the guy's name. Thank you very much, Ash. We really appreciate it. Isn't
Takes
that
you a while,
fantastic?
but you get there.
It took me a second. What are the odds of that running across? Ash is quite literally one of my favorite students. Yeah. It took him a minute. We actually featured him in our vlog. So 3 years ago, and one of our pictures of him sitting on a computer applying for a job. Yeah. And he's on one of our MIDI Baccarat table. He's applying for a job. And we kind of had to help him through the process. Some of his English wasn't so good, but Ash is driving and making a ton of money and excited to do it. So there you go. All right.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, so we got casino action. We got two great things on the, I would say great. I'm not sure how great, but the people who love.
Before we go too far, are we doing a rumor mill today?
Ooh. Rumor?
Yeah.
What kind of rumor? We got rumors? I got rumors for you, buddy.
We got rumors? Okay, I'll save it for the rumor mill. I'll save it for the rumor.
Oh, you're going to save it? Yeah. Oh, really? You got a rumor?
Love
you
rumors.
Know a rumor? What rock did you get that under?
No. One of the comments.
Oh, one of the comments offered us a rumor?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, we like it. The rumor is
never mind. I got to stop you again because we got a $25 super chat.
Oh!
Woo, all right.
Thank you very much.
Eric Keener, enjoy the content always, guys. Heard the rumor mask would be going away September 17th-ish. Any truth?
Yes.
Keep up the great work.
Ready? All right. So we talked to a lot of people. Our numbers in Nevada are down. We're 44th out of 50. Oh, wow. In a good way. Normally, that's that's how we rank in teen pregnancies and dropouts.
Education too. Let's not forget education.
But this time around, it's all the stats. So all of our core statistics are going down. Less people getting infected, dying, all that stuff. Vaccination rates are up. These kinds of things. So for the most part, everybody is happy. And let's be realistic. The mask mandate has put a damper on things. Clearly, a lot of people. We had two large groups cancel on us. One of them was a healthcare company. And interestingly, she wanted to keep the reservation, but she was like optics. You can't have healthcare and then congregate. Yeah. You follow? Yeah, no, it makes sense if I'm, And then we did have another group also cancel. And then we had a few people. We had one lady call me up as if I was the one who enacted the mask mandate and was just not happy. I'm not coming to you. What's wrong with you people? I mean, but anyways, it is what it is. We got to follow the law. So, but we have heard from a birdie that we're expecting it to go bye-bye when it comes under evaluation. They set the 17th for the next date for evaluation. So we have heard that it's going to go bye-bye. And not just, so there's a lot of pushback. If you don't know, casinos kind of run the world down here.
Yeah.
And if you're a casino and you're the economic engine that is, you're kind of dictating the reality. If you want to work in politics and you got to toe a line, it's a no-win, by the way.
Yeah.
So you can hate the governor all you want, but I mean, he has very little real,
Well, not to dive too deep into any politics, but they've got a hard job right now. How do they keep the general population safe while keeping business going?
Yep.
Trying to appease one group
no
or
win.
another. Yeah, it's no win.
It's no win.
It's no win. So they're doing the best they can. And as far as mask mandates come and go, if the numbers are low and they can get rid of them for a while, great. Maybe it comes back. Maybe it doesn't. We don't know. But right now, it's what we have to live with. The mask.
That's it. Yeah, the mask.
Part of the game.
It is part of the game. So, All right. Well, next we go to new casino action. We got two things. And while you're here, I'm going to add a third thing. We'll get to that third thing in a minute. I'll try to remember. The first thing is, for you guys that like sort of skill-based games, we have the Go-Go Claw machine. And the only reason there are lines of people waiting to play this game.
Yeah.
So here's how it works. You put your money in it, and it's less a skill-based game and more really a slot, although it feels like a skill-based game.
Yeah.
So it's one of these games with the claw, and you get your ball, and you move it over, deposit it, and if your ball comes out, boom, you win what's in the ball, right?
Yeah.
And most people know that there's like some kind of watch in there, or some coin, or something that you collect. Okay, so this one, what it is all the balls will have like this dollar thing in them. And when you put your money in and you start it, it does this whole graphic and it decides how much your ball is worth from like whatever, $100, let's say $3,000, whatever the range is based on, your denomination. And then once all the balls then are worth that. So if your thing comes up with 500, it means if you get your ball, it's going to be any ball is 500 bucks.
Gotcha.
So that's the slot part of it. Then now you got to maneuver and get it over there, but the difficulty will change based on, obviously for 3,000 you got to be on the money kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or that's at least the perception of it. But people have been lining up for these machines. So it's a $5 minimum machine right now, and there's currently hold on. There's currently 3 in play. I'm trying to think. So one of them is the MGM Grand. And there's 4 actually. There's also the Aquarius in Laughlin.
I saw this game yesterday.
You did?
I was at Aquarius yesterday.
You were at Aquarius?
Yes, yeah.
Where people literally, because I've heard people are lining up for this game.
There was a guy playing it. I didn't pay. I saw it and I thought, that's different. And walked on by.
I'll walk by.
I didn't really watch it.
Well, so maybe here in Vegas, more people, because Laughlin is a little more spread out.
Somebody was playing it.
Yeah, someone was playing it. So it's interesting because originally when the skill-based games came along, we went to G2E. We go every year, but about 4 years ago was the first one I went there. As CEG.
Yeah.
And so we went and looked at some of the new stuff, and we saw there was this refocus on the skill-based games for a second, and I quite honestly I didn't get it. There's a few of them that I literally they had a similar game to the Candy one that's gotten popular. What's the name of that one? The Candy one?
The Candy Crush?
Candy Crush. So it's similar to Candy Crush.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, anybody over 12 would have been lost. I mean, because it wasn't exactly like Candy Crush. There was other components. And the skill part of it was I guess if you get all these bonuses in a row, whatever the case is. And the problem is that for those of us older, we're just we're clapped out of that.
Yeah.
And a few of them, we just don't have the twitch skills that we call back in the day. Twitch was literally how fast you can react. So we're just saving it up for the dentist that comes along and whacks the skill bonus. You follow?
Yeah.
So I never. It just confused the hell out of me.
If it's more complicated than Space Invaders, then I don't even want to try
This is what I'm saying. Can you imagine you put your grandmother, you sit her down the game, and she's got no shot?
Yeah, no way.
18-year-old comes down the game and wins all the money that this person, we deposit.
Yeah. So back to that game.
Go, game.
The $5 minimum, can you go up in denominations, or is it just?
I'm guessing. I haven't actually seen it. I've just read about it, and I've heard that how popular it is. I had someone come to school and go, "Oh my God, this game is so incredible!" And then I looked it up, and boom, boom, there it was. Yeah. Big story.
I want to go play it. I know I can't, but I would love to go play it.
You get 30 seconds with the joystick, by the way. Only 30 seconds, okay? And people are literally lining up. In some places. I'm sure peak hours, I'm assuming. But this game is coming. Now, this kind of game makes sense. It's very simple.
Yeah.
Still has a skill base. But I have to wonder, for someone like myself, if someone's a little older, doesn't have the same dexterity, I mean, how does this game play out?
Well, you have to be able to win it, or at least some of the time. If you're playing a slot machine, and let's say you got $100.
Yep.
And you're going to win, what is it, 90%, 92% of the back or whatever it is. You can take that $100 and make it last for quite a while.
You can play.
Yeah.
They got to let you play.
But if you got a $5 minimum, you better be winning a few of those little balls to keep in the game. So
we always like a few balls.
You just play for 2 or 3 minutes, and you're done?
Yeah, I don't know. That part of it maybe, yeah. We'll have to go play it.
Yeah. Let's find this one and
Timmy talked about filming us going and playing it.
So you said MGM and
MGM Grand, and then other casinos who shall not be named.
Okay.
But there are a couple more casinos downtown where you can look for them. And find them. You'd be like a little treasure hunt for the damn thing. But there you go, the go-go claw machine. So anyway, so the skill-based games didn't make a big run. We had one company here go out of business, almost out of business. It's nonsense. I don't see that taking over the market. I don't see that skill set, the skill-based slot machines. They've almost disappeared in a lot of casinos that we saw them at one point.
Well, you got to think about that. If it's truly skill-based and you can build up a skill, you can bankrupt this place.
I know. How would it work? I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
It's got to be based on chance and
rigged.
It's rigged.
Like our people say, rigged. All right.
Yeah. But wouldn't you want to have one of these at Casino Quest? I feel like
I would love, of course, because no one. I mean, here you can't. It's not about the win. It's just 21. To play. I would love it. Yeah, 100%. I think that would be a lot of fun.
This is true, Dave. You don't have to throw me out there.
Who?
I just said he just wants to play before he's 21.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. No, 100%. We got, all you have to do is go. Washington State's 18, right? There's a few states where you can play at 18.
There are.
Yeah.
So you're saying road trip to Washington State?
Road trip. Oh, my God. You got to pay for the gas, buddy. That's quite the road trip.
I don't know if it's the same way in Washington as it is in Oklahoma, but we have 18-year-old. You can be 18 and play unless they serve alcohol, and then you have to be 21.
Oh, yeah. I've been to a casino somewhere where they had no alcohol. And they had the you served yourself. They had the beverage things on the side where you got your cup.
About every casino outside of Las Vegas.
Really?
You need to travel a little bit.
Oh my God! I was like, man, no one's delivering any of the drinks over here. What's going on? I got to walk all the way over there with my cup.
Self-serve Duke stations are very common.
Oh, really? Yeah. Wow. All right, so here's the other thing.
Before you go too far, we got another super chat.
Oh my God! Thank you so much.
Sightseeing South, $30 says. The husband and I will be out in Vegas next week. This is for Sticky's B-Day fun.
Oh, fantastic. Dude, I can't wait. You have no idea. First of all, I love this kid absolutely to death. He is my right hand and my left hand, pretty much all my hands most of the day.
and his brain and his short-term
memory.
Oh, my
God. And my short-term memory. And if by that I mean we can deliver this young man an epic celebrate. We're already trying to get him out of his neighborhood. We're getting him a new place. So he deserves all of it. All right. You're going to make me sad, buddy. All right. Next up is resorts. The next slide. Captain Obvious of the Hotels.com fame is going to be promoting resorts. And, resorts, the Crockford action has been absolutely amazing. So we have heard through the grapevine, through friends of ours, operating in all of the lower and higher places, that if you want to play high limit action, you got to go here. And you will experience it like nowhere else on the planet. And if you don't already know, Crockford's is high limit action. It's known for, very luxurious, high-end play. And now that it's here in Vegas, you get to experience a whole different level.
So, define high limit for us. What are you looking at?
I mean, there's a lot of high limit pits in town that start about $100. In fact, there are some of them that you can get in at $25, depending upon where in the week you are and what kind of holiday is in play.
Yeah.
But $100 plus, having $10,000 or more as a credit line, or being able to access that much money, right?
Yeah.
Crockford's, I think, plays to a bit higher. I don't know what to start. I'm assuming the starting tables are $100 because they're just vying for some of the same type of action. But if the real distinguishing characteristics come for those people who have $1 million credit lines, $100,000 credit lines, or several millions of dollars. And so they look for certain types of amenities, certain level of service, certain level of dealer and other players. And this is where people are congregating.
Gotcha.
So we have a friend. We won't name who he is, who has been telling us the Crockford's action is quite literally amazing. The level of service. Oh my God, we have literally Timmy interrupting. That's Timmy, that little bastard. Now everybody knows why we call him a little bastard. He's not so little anymore, just so we're clear.
Yeah.
Here we go.
This is a built-in transition.
This is the transition? Oh my God. Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, man.
Did you see the switch? Wow. Genius.
Genius.
Teamwork. I love it.
We love resorts. We want to see them succeed on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
and we also want them to send all their players who need education over here. We've had them reach out, their concierge service reach out to us and start talking to us. They're going to come by and check us out and see what kind of, kind of synergy we can have. But if you are a high limit player and you're looking for a whole new level of experience, high limit experience, you got to check out Crawford's. It's worth it. And I mean that for everyone. If you're a Baccarat player and you have experienced some of the finest Baccarat in the world, come check out Crawford's at resorts, because I think you're in for a nice surprise. Dave, a lot of it, and I had a group of high limit dice players here the other day.
Yeah.
And their biggest frustration sometimes is finding a table where the dealers can service their bets at a certain level.
Yes.
Because dealing at scale is different. It's not like your average game.
Yeah.
So if you have a lack of experience, or you're not willing to provide customer service, or you're just lazy as a dealer, that is.
Yeah.
It gets frustrating, especially when you have $10,000 on the layout. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
And then you're working bets that are at a whole different level, and you don't have someone that's able to either follow your action or take care of your action. It gets frustrating. And so they were asking me, like, where do I go to get high level dice? I mean, Aria has some fantastic dealers. Cosmo has some fantastic dealers. Bellagio as well. They were not playing at those three. They were playing somewhere else, who I won't mention, because, And it really, sometimes it can really be up to that dealer and that afternoon.
Yeah.
You follow?
Yeah, absolutely. The dealers make a difference. And, for all you craft players out there, you know what we're talking about. You've been at a table where the dealer's just not engaged. And there's some tips and tricks that we can use to engage a dealer as a player. It might cost you a few bucks, but you can do it. You can change the attitude of a game. And
like a whistle. Is that what you're talking about? A whistle?
I don't know what the heck you're talking about, man.
What are you going on about?
Tipping. We're talking about tipping,
so
folks.
Whistling is tipping.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It costs you dollars, but it makes a difference. It
Translates
really
well.
Yeah, I can remember one time. It wasn't a bad table, but I put some money out for the dealers, and the stick man literally took 2 steps back when I was tossing the dice. He gave me room.
To do your thing.
For a couple of bucks.
Yep, 100%.
And
most dealers are pretty cheap.
Yeah. And we were in Blackhawk, Colorado back in October.
Oh.
Me and some of the people from the Craps Nation.
Craps Nation, yeah.
And we were just having a great time with that crew. And I stopped, and me and a couple of guys, we pitched in, and we bought, I think it was like 10 pizzas. We just brought them up and had them delivered out to the dealers.
Wow.
It just
fantastic.
Changed the atmosphere of everything.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so you don't have to.
Doesn't take a lot.
It doesn't take a lot to change the I don't know, the tone of the game.
Yeah, no, 100%. I totally agree. All right, so let's get past resorts. We really wish you well, by the way. A resort's going to take a minute to find its stride, but it's going to do well. There's no doubt about it. All right, moving on to another resort story, which I find tremendous. I can't wait. We got to go over there, by the way. This is going to lure me back. The lobby now has 2 AI puppies.
Oh, wow.
They're puppies with AI.
Yeah.
They're robots. And they are actually 3. And there's an adaptive learning thing. What I want to do is I want to go there in the early stages and see how, and then go back like a month later, because they're supposedly going to, each of them is going to, evolve their own personality and adapt to how people interact with them. And I'm looking so forward to seeing, like, how did this happen? I think they're just going to start peeing all over the place is what I'm thinking. It's going to happen.
Got to be realistic, right?
Right. I mean, just imagine that. You make it so real that they drink and pee.
Well,
that means they would have to add some, solution for it.
You
to
see
do
the
that
fire hydrant? I see the fire hydrant.
Saying?
You guys see the fire hydrant, right? That's there for a reason, all right?
Yeah, so my wife and I are going to head over there tomorrow.
Really?
That's on we want to
take
check
your
this
camera.
Yeah.
The visuals there are fantastic, by
Awesome.
the way.
Well,
that
forward
big
to it.
globe in the middle is fantastic. And by the way, there's a lot going on in that globe. You got to actually stand there for a minute because they have this whole presentation that's going on. They're still work in progress. They're still filling in a few places, but I'm.
Yeah, but how often do you get to say you were at a new casino?
Yep. Oh yeah. First new one in many years.
Yeah.
Fountainbleau is coming back as a Marriott. The same guy that started as the Fountainbleau.
Okay.
I love the the billboard they put up about it being the S show. Yeah, I don't want to say that. I don't want to demonetize us literally every time. I want this to be a PC and kid-friendly channel.
Is gambling kid-friendly?
It can
YouTube.
be. Yeah, I mean, YouTube is kind of a mixed bag for that. But I'm really excited to see. So the piping got kind of screwed up, and they've had to redo. Even though it looks like it's halfway done, it's really not. They're going to have to redo a lot of it.
So is this the one that they started maybe 10 years ago?
Yep. 2008, 2007, something like this, right before the recession hit, and then whacked it.
Yeah.
This was originally the Fountainbleau developer.
Yeah.
And then it got bought over by another company. It was changed to the Drew. And then they couldn't make any progress with it. And then it was sold back to the Fountainbleau guy.
Okay.
Got his stuff together. I think he was originally in bankruptcy or something happened. But anyways, now it's kind of like a joint venture between him, and it's going to be branded a Marriott property.
Okay.
So it has a big way forward, and it will be a casino. So there was talk about it not being a casino and just being a hotel, a convention space, because it's so close to the convention.
Right.
But I think ultimately it will have a casino. At least that's what it's slated for, and maybe a non-smoking casino, perhaps. Obviously, it's going to cater to the conventioneers.
So,
go.
Rabbit hole time again.
Rabbit hole.
Non-smoking stuff.
Yep.
Maybe on your next show or whatever.
Yeah.
If you have any stats on Park MGM, how are they doing?
Not just Park MGM, by the way. It's contagious. So a lot of pits now, because they don't want people pulling down their masks to smoke, essentially have restricted smoking inside the pits.
Okay.
So there's a few casinos now putting that forth, and the impact to the casino floor has been minimal.
Nice.
Has been actually minimal.
A lot of people were saying back in the
that it wasn't going to work.
Play there.
So believe it or not, there was a casino here some time ago. Not Silver. It was at Silver City. Was the first one to actually go no smoking. Not too long after, they went out of business. It didn't work out so well for them. But they were a non-smoking property, and then they converted to something else. I'd have to look into that story more, but they were the first casino on the Strip that I know of that went non-smoking.
Nice.
That didn't work out so well. Because at that time, I believe 99.5% of the population of Las Vegas was still smoking.
Yeah.
Now it's 20%. No, that's an exaggeration, obviously.
Wow.
But now it's less than 20%. So according to the city or state, the last statistic I saw, it's about 20%. I was a smoker.
Yeah.
I was your typical dealing, smoking, alcohol, gambling, you know what I mean? I was your, quintessential degenerate dealer back in the day, barely able to, deal and pay rent kind of thing. And so, a lot of gamblers, I don't know what it is you come to Vegas and instantly you want a cigar while you're playing craps. You know what I mean? Eating a footlong hot dog and, drinking, a literally a 3 foot long margarita
drink.
Yeah. It's amazing how many of those, literally, people start at the beginning of the Strip with those, and they get to the end of the Strip, and you see them lay to waste at the foot of the escalator on the north side. They start on the south side, and then right beside them is the 3 foot margarita thing, and they go through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's quite something.
It is something.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry about
Go
the
ahead.
rabbit hole.
Ready? The rabbit hole. We love rabbit holes, sir. We love rabbits. They're a little tough to eat, but it's fine. Rabbits
Tastes
are
like
fine.
chicken.
They do taste like. No, they don't taste like. They're really.
Yeah.
It's a tough meat, no?
But it still tastes like chicken.
Okay, well, everything tastes like chicken. My God. All right, so we got some new eats in town. We got some new eats, new places, and I wanted to put this out there because our lead admin happens to be Mexican.
Okay.
And just so you know, there's not a lot of Mexican brunches that have been a thing here in Vegas. A Mexican brunch, we always have this debate, okay?
Okay.
Mexican food is like what most people think of Mexican food. It comes down to tacos and burritos.
Yeah.
These kinds of things. And then you find out they make other stuff, but who knew, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Menu has 2 items, right?
There's that's it, tacos and burritos. Tacos, burritos. Anyways, we're always looking for best tacos. Who has best tacos? Anybody?
I still say it's frijoles.
Frijoles.
Frijoles and frescas. So here's the thing. They make this taco
frijoles
with the soft taco with the hard shell around it. and then they just slap everything in there.
It is pretty good.
Taco Bell does that too.
No,
See?
no. Sorry, sir.
I knew I liked
Sorry,
you, Dave.
sir.
I knew I liked you.
This is actually good food.
Okay.
But here's my thing with tacos in general. Like, if you go to a taco restaurant, right? You make your own taco. You just choose your meat. They give you a tortilla.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's where they go wrong, because then you have the opportunity of screwing it up.
Okay.
If someone just gives you, here you go, this is what you get. Maybe not everyone likes it, but you have more chance of people liking it.
Yeah.
All right. What was this place,
Frijoles. Frijoles, yeah, it's pretty good.
It's called
There's a couple.
Frijoles and
There's
Frescas. There's a couple here in Vegas. None close to the
There's
strip,
one up
though.
Charleston, right? West Charleston.
West Charleston, yeah.
And the other one is like on Nellis.
And then there's one on Trop.
All right, but the closest one to the strip would be you to go up West Charleston. It's like it's up there. It's like Charleston and Torrey Pine, something like this.
Okay.
It's very good. He took me there because we went to this absolutely terrible taco place. But there's a few places. The strip, by the way, now has a few places that are known for Mexican food. But here is one. This is at Resorts World.
Okay.
And believe it or not, some of the restaurants there are not a little bit pricey, but this is actually fairly reasonable. It's a Mexican brunch. It's at Biva, which is at Resorts. And first of all, and I brought this up because I literally have no idea what most of this stuff is. When we got to the burrito part, and I have actually had the huevos rancheros, because I know that's eggs, ranch-style eggs, right?
Correct.
But what is a chorizo con huevos with refried lentils? And then look at the bottom. You see where it says chilaquillas?
Lentils, isn't that
what
beans?
Is this?
Isn't that just refried beans?
Well, I know what lentils are, actually. I know what chorizo is.
Chilaquiles.
Chilaquiles.
I don't know what the hell
What is
you
that?
said over there.
What the hell is chilaquiles? Who knows what this is? What's going on over here? What are these four things? Pozzoli and
Pozole?
camarones? Yeah.
Camarones is shrimp.
It's what?
Shrimp.
Oh, it's shrimp?
It's just shrimp tacos.
Oh, shrimp tacos. Couldn't they just say shrimp tacos? What's going on here?
Pozole is a little hard to explain because it's a Mexican-only thing.
Oh, really?
But it's like a stew thing where you throw a bunch of...
Who knew? There was this other dish we came across the other day. Like, it was brand new. I'd never heard of anything like it.
Does it have, like, number one by it? Or number
yeah,
two?
number one. I'd like number one. For those of us who are... But I think this is excellent. We're going to go here. Saturday and Sunday, a Mexican brunch. It looks fantastic. They have bottomless sangrias and mimosas, $25. And by the way, they have all the fruity flavors for the mimosas, just like you like it, buddy. Although, he's too young to have the mimosa.
Poor guy.
Okay. All right, ready? That's the Mexican brunch. Those are new eats. All right, now.
Any more eats news?
We have one more. One more I got to share.
I got a question for you on eats.
Oh, you do?
No, go ahead and finish yours.
Well, we got two more, actually. We got two more. We got one more is, bye, Timmy. See you later.
Bye, Timmy.
All right, so here's a place. It's a Hawaiian place. It came to fame in Hawaii.
Okay.
And we love, we have a huge Hawaiian audience.
Yep.
Especially crap players. Love you, crap players. We talk a lot about Hawaiians and their mad passion, or rather, should I say, addiction for craps.
Yes.
Which is...
I think that's fair.
That is fair. And, just so we're clear, if you're a dealer and you love dealing dice, you wait for those days of the Hawaiians belly up to your table.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's going to be a fantastic day. You're going to deal action. You're going to see a lot of different bets. I mean, literally fantastic.
Yeah.
Just so you know, when I worked at Gold Coast, my best days there, the most memorable days there is when we were just filled with, and they come with a group.
Yeah.
You don't see you don't just see one. No. It's like 8.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Here it is. It's Kono's. I'm sure I'm pronouncing this wrong, and I really apologize. I pronounce everything wrong, except McDonald's. I got that down to a science because he calls it McDonald's.
Oh,
doesn't make any sense. But here it is, Kono's North Shore. So for you Hawaiians that are familiar with this, they are known for slow roasting their pork 12 hours and then serving it in toasted French roll. And they just opened their very first one. And it's off of Summerlin Parkway in Buffalo. For those of you who know, it's by the Trader Joe's and Winco there. It used to be Kmart. I have a great story about that Kmart, by the way. I got to do this tangent because there's a lady out there. I go into Kmart one time, and I was like, I go in there, and the place is dead.
Yeah.
I'm there to buy a comforter.
Yeah.
And the lady's like, doesn't want to help me. And she's like, we're Kmart. And I'm like, well, don't you want to provide a little customer service? Because there was something to do with the pricing. And he's, listen, honey. She's like, we're Kmart. We're going to be around forever. And, of course, like a year later, all the Kmarts are gone. Sorry about that. Anyways, so it's on 7591 West Washington Avenue. But basically, Washington Avenue, Buffalo, where that Trader Joe's is. And we're going. This looks fantastic.
Konos North Shore. Huh?
Yeah, Konos North Shore. All right, we got one more
D&D review.
Yeah, we're gonna do. Oh, that'd be great. We should do a D&D. Oh, that's a great idea. Wow, you are just. That's fantastic. D&D review on Hawaiian barbecue food. Okay, I've tried the L&L barbecues and I'm not a fan. It's way too pricey, and I have yet to find anything on their menu that doesn't give me horrible gas. Okay, I'm just gonna put it out there. All right, for those of you
tolerance.
those of you who are like a little older, familiar with this, you know what I mean. Digestive tract gets a little sensitive.
Just bring the gas X, okay? We understand. We get it.
We had a fan, Snapper, dropped off some gas X for me. Thank you, Snapper. Really appreciate that. I keep it in my car.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. All right, ready? We got one more. By the way, I'm a fan of this guy. And I've never actually met him, but I have friends of mine who have interacted with him over the years. He's been here in Vegas, and he has just started. And his name is 50 Cent. He's a rapper, and he was shot a whole bunch of times, changed his life, and came full circle. And he has a new candy goblet. I have no idea what it is, but it's at the Sugar Factory, which is right outside. So he was here just this weekend promoting this. And he showed up at a club and did this impromptu session at one of the clubs here, which that news will go out here in a minute. He got right up and just said, "Hey, let me bust it." And of course,
awesome.
it's 50 Cent, and so they're like, "Sure, come on up." I mean, who's gonna stop 50 Cent for taking the mic? So he was at a dance club and he went up and anyway, so he has this new thing. It's called the Candy Goblet at the Sugar Factory, which is quite literally in the front of this mall. We have been trying over the last couple months to go in there and try their pancakes. They have pancakes 24 hours. Not 24 hours, but we can't get a reservation, dude. The place is always packed.
Always filled. And we can't make a reservation because we're too busy, so we always try to just walk at the right time.
And they're like, no, you can't get in. Because, come on, pancakes at the Sugar Factory, that just makes sense to me. Because, you know what I mean? It's a dessert item at a dessert place. Dave, bear with me here, buddy.
Okay.
Are you with me?
I'm here with you.
I love, so my favorite foods are like, besides the obvious pad thai, spaghetti, I love pancakes.
Yeah.
And Denny's, Denny's amazing. I love their new pancake recipe. You're going to love the question
that I have for you then.
Really?
Yeah.
Go.
So where is the best place to get pancakes here?
That's going to be a tough hurdle.
I got a good one.
Really? Which one?
The Venetian, the Lux Cafe.
Oh, without a doubt. That's true, yeah. They make all their own, dude, from scratch. By the way, forget the pancake, go with a waffle. They have these waffles there at the Grand Lux Cafe at the Venetian.
Okay.
That are quite literally stunning. So if you've ever had a waffle that, it was a bit like, rigid, because it comes out of the machine and you know what I mean? It's toasted, whatever it is. These waffles were... It was the only breakfast food they had, and I was literally complaining about it because I really wanted pancakes, but we got there too late to eat the pancakes. But they still had waffles.
Yeah.
And I was like, crap. I'm not always the biggest fan of waffles, believe it or not. But these waffles were absolutely fantastic. See you guys. Thank you very much.
Well, I think you were about to say the restaurant that I was thinking of.
Denny's?
No.
What were you going to say? The
Blueberry Hill?
Oh, Blueberry Hill out here, yeah. That's fantastic food.
We went there this morning for breakfast.
Yeah.
It was amazing and not expensive.
No, it's a staple, especially if you use cash. Don't come with a credit card. They don't like credit cards.
The 2.5% surcharge for using a credit card.
Yeah.
But the food was amazing.
Yeah, we like Blueberry Hill. There's no doubt. I like the Denny's recipe. I'll be honest with you. I'll have an update on that because around the Strip has, believe it or not, a lot of restaurants now that have added pancakes to the menu for whatever reason. I'm not really sure, but I mean it's pretty easy to make, right? To come up with the right.
Yeah.
So we're making it a point to go down and go to all these little foofy places and try the pancakes if they have. We'll stop and look at the menu at the Strip properties, and we're gonna report in on all the best pancakes. But Denny's will be in. Denny's is the bar. Okay, Denny's is the bar.
Gotcha.
Okay. Right. I don't know about that.
He's like,
it's
listen.
It's a low bar, but it's a bar.
Oh, God.
Here's one of the things.
Well, they revamped their recipe. It's much better now.
Here's the thing. The Grand Lux Cafe, the reason it's so good is because they have a bakery literally attached to it.
Yeah, they make their own stuff, dude.
Right.
You can't beat that. That's hard. There's a lot of places that, like, dial out for stuff. This place makes everything right there. I was very impressed, I have to tell you. Those waffles were fantastic. And if those of you from Boston... They have this at Faneuil Hall, Quincy Marketplace. They have this place called Au Bon Pain, the good bread.
Okay.
And this is better than that. This really was.
Wow.
I've never been to the Peppermill, but someone said Peppermill pancakes are pretty good.
Oh yeah, Peppermill. Oh crap! I can't believe I forgot, dude.
Really?
I haven't had them for 20-something years, but trust me, you got it. Peppermill pancakes are absolute. By the way, and the ambiance while you're eating it, it's literally a bit orgasmic. I got to tell you, it's a bit. Okay. It'll put you in a state of mind. Go there late at night, by the way, to get the full effect of all of the old sort of style, the mirrors and everything else. It's fantastic. You can watch yourself eat the whole time. It's just fantastic.
I don't know if I want to see that.
I know, right? Peppermill. Peppermill. If you haven't, if one of these days when you come to Vegas, you have to eat at the Peppermill.
All right.
It's an institution in Vegas. I don't know how they've managed to not sell out because they're on a piece of property that's probably worth a ridiculous amount of money.
I'm sure.
But yet they're still there serving food. And they serve 24-hour breakfast, dude. Because Americans love eating pancakes at all hours of the day.
Yeah. I do.
Really? I've had friends of mine come and they're just always stunned how you have these 24 like the Denny's and the IHOPs and breakfast. What are you doing eating pancakes at night kind of thing? It's the same way that Mexicans eat tacos at all hours of the day. It's the same thing. Okay?
Okay, to be fair, that's all we got. You know
that's
what I
all
mean?
you
like,
got.
You got burritos.
Yeah. And you got burritos. It's like it's just a wrapped taco, right?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. All right, so here we got new events coming. Okay, can you go to the
nice.
skip over that one heading one though? But we got new events. We're rocketing through this content. We're gonna be done soon, sir. If you have to leave, I understand.
I'm still good for a while.
We got 30 minutes. Just wait until we come for. All right, ready? What do you got?
Well,
We're waiting on the technical advisor.
No, I'm waiting for you.
Start talking. Number 15. Oh, the Hidden Cinema Rooftop Garden. I always look for these kind of interesting little cozy things to do.
Yeah.
This is downtown. It's on 321 South Casino Center Boulevard. And tickets start at $18.50, by the way, which is I'm not all that excited about, but it's a limited rooftop. It only fits 150 people max. And here's the thing, though. You can order, you get your ticket with a blanket, a lounge chair, or a beanbag for two. And their tickets range from $18.50 to $48, though.
Ooh, okay.
And it's all classic movies. No new movies, just classic movies from the past.
So let me get this right.
Yep.
You're gonna spend $20 a person to go.
$20 a person.
You're gonna have to find parking somewhere somehow.
It's $12 to park.
It's hot here.
Well,
You're
this is
gonna
the
be sitting
fall.
on the roof.
This is for the 3 months that it actually cools.
Okay.
Yeah, the fall season. You'll be sitting upstairs, not even in a room. You're on the roof.
And you're gonna be watching something you could probably
Intimate.
watch on Netflix.
Oh, 100% on Netflix for free in your underwear. Yeah, 100%.
Look, I would love to do this.
But see, young people like to get out and interact.
Look,
you might find your next wife on the rooftop on this watching.
I'm a big film buff. I love Casablanca and stuff like that.
No, they're going to have movies like that.
I love it.
All the movie nerds are going to be out in force. They're going to be playing because they all like to sit around and go, oh my God, and share and talk about what's going on.
We get it. You're saying you have no taste. I'm just saying.
So maybe for your birthday we can find a season pass or something.
I will say this. He has introduced me to, he's a big film nerd.
Okay.
And what I never realized until, I didn't realize how hard, look at all this, you guys can't see all the equipment and all the time that goes into setting this stuff up. I never knew all, the shots. I watched someone do a video, and I assume, it's a lot easier than it really is. I don't realize all the time that goes into setting up the shots and editing. I mean, who knew? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I watched the movie. What was the movie we saw?
We watched The Marriage Story together.
A Marriage Story. Okay, now, I would never have watched, and by the way, I asked him before. I wanted a happy ending. I don't like movies that don't have happy endings. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm old school, Dave.
Yeah.
Okay, we want our happy ending. We want the hero to win.
That's right.
And
what type of happy ending?
We want. Okay. Oh my God. Of course, with our audience, everyone's asking, what type of happy ending are we talking about? It's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
But we okay, God, now I'm stuck, dude. Alex ruined it for all of us. See, Alex has ruined it. You people have ruined it for everyone. Okay, what can I say other than happy ending to make this all sound good? Okay. And of course, anyways, the marriage story, you know what it made it really interesting though? As we were watching it, he was explaining like why they zoomed in, and why they zoomed out, and why they did it at different angles, and you know what I mean? Yeah. I didn't realize so much goes into like when someone's expressing like a lot of emotion and they're trying to get this, like they zoom in or whatever it is. It was so interesting hearing it. I still hated the movie, but it was so interesting.
Look, it was a bittersweet ending, okay?
I loved it right up until I realized that the endings, for me anyways, was not as happy as I wanted it to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. It's kind of funny you bring up cinematography and stuff like that. We have a mutual friend that he's got some pretty good skills in.
Is it Steven Spielberg, sir?
Yeah, my buddy Steve. No, Jeremy from Colorado.
Jeremy, he's got skills.
He's really got some good skills. And even Toothpick Ted.
Oh, yeah. Toothpick.
I'm name dropping some guys here.
No, here, look at this. I got Toothpick on our. Yeah, Toothpick's fantastic. I got his lanyard, dude. I actually use his lanyard on my keys. So these are the keys. These are all my most important keys with his lanyard. Look it's even got the alarm thing on it in case it gets too far. Well, at this age, you know what I mean. If I lost your keys, if I forget them, we can track them down, kind of thing.
But yeah, those guys have some great skills on how to position the cameras and zooming in, like you said, zooming in, out. Lighting effects and stuff like that. And Jeremy was so generous and kind of helped me get started.
Helping you, Luckily, I had all these fantastic. Positioning is very important with for the best happy ending. You know what I mean? Okay. Quite literally. Oh my God. See, Dave, you didn't know what you're in for. Oh my God. All about the position sometimes. You know what I mean?
Okay.
All right, here we go. I got to put this out there because it's not something that new. Oh my God, what do we got?
Just said squirt. That's the only thing they said.
Hey, by the way, me and Dennis are coming out with a workout. We have been. I'm gonna just put this out there because it is new. If you haven't noticed already, I've lost a ton of weight. We have been working out very aggressively. I used to be a trainer, Dave. I used to have a role in a gym. Yes. And I've been training Dennis now for the last, I don't know, about 6 months.
No, it's been longer now.
Well, maybe a year. And we are, we're going to put this out there. It's a very unique type of training. It's called proprioceptive training. It uses a Bosu ball and a stability ball. And we're going to be sharing that with you soon. So stay tuned.
Nice.
All right, so here's the thing.
Wait,
you ready?
Before you go, by the way, some of these exercises look really easy until you try them.
No, wait. We're going to have you guys out here. We're going to be working out. We're going to have our stretching and workouts right here at Casino Quest. They're going to film it live right here. We're going to work out right here. We got plenty of space. Why not? You could turn any space you have, there's no excuse, into a gym. All right, you ready? This has got to be for all of the film nerds out there. I love the series right up until the last year. To be honest with you, I was a little disappointed at the ending myself. Actually, I didn't even watch the last 3 episodes because a friend of mine ruined it for me. Oh. But Game of Thrones, yep. And there's going to be a fan convention so we can all gather around and talk smack about the ending all together.
Yeah.
There are very few people that like the end of that, the way it went down.
Yeah, it was a disappointing end, but it was worth watching.
Yeah, well, listen. When they got rid of the mountain, I was out. Oh. You can't take out the mountain, dude. I mean, come on. That guy literally can move mountains. You know he has records for like moving weight. I mean, he's just this massive individual. He's a strong man.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, clearly. Can you imagine coming up against the mountain in your regular life? Like if you were out, like if you were a Viking back in the day. Bear with me. Is this a rabbit hole?
I'd be ready to run.
Yeah, no, I'm out too. I swear to God. Anyways, Rio, there's going to be a fan convention for Game of Thrones for you guys. Get your tickets now. Get your bookings in now because I know a lot of you guys are going to want to be there. February 18th to the 20th in the year 2022. So get ahead of it.
It's not that far away.
No, it's really not, actually. No, it's already September, so that's not too far. What's that, 5 more months?
Yeah. So are these people coming in in costume? And
I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of cosplay. I'm going to come as the dragon, dude. I'm just going to come as a big-ass dragon. Me and Sticky. Sticky could be my tail. I'll be the big front.
I think
what do you
this
think,
is a good
buddy?
time to say this, but I've avoided to watch the whole series. I haven't
Really?
watched anything of it.
No, he hasn't even watched Lord of the Rings. I'm gonna make him watch the entire Lord of the Rings uncut, unedited series. We're gonna marathon it.
Hand over your geek card.
I know. He hasn't watched
I'm
any
a
of the-
camera nerd, not a nerd.
Oh my God, he hasn't watched any of the Lord of the Rings.
That's crazy.
How
man.
is that possible? I mean, there's the Hobbit.
Okay, to be fair, the Lord of the Rings is such a long series.
It's like 13 hours now. It's ridiculous because if you add the Hobbit in with the Lord of the Rings, and then you get to like the director's cut unedited, it's gonna go on forever, dude.
Yeah. But it's Lord of the Rings, man.
It is Lord of the Rings. What's the matter with you?
Okay, you could say that, but I have zero context for that.
Instead, he's watching some marriage.
And you will wonder why, this has been missing your whole life.
No, you will.
You're
going to be like, you're going to get to the end of The Hobbit and cry, dude.
Kids.
You're literally going to get to the end of The Hobbit and cry. All right, ready? Here's the next one. We got to throw this out there because we have like 3 females who watch us.
Okay.
And there's and so they should know that if your next bachelorette party, the Chippendales are back in Vegas. It used to be Thunder Down Under. I think they're actually at Excalibur still,
Yeah,
right?
I see the signs.
Thunder Down Under, the Aussies.
Yeah.
But the actual Chippendales are back. There they are in all their glory. Those of us not Chippendales, just not big fans.
Nope.
Yep, it doesn't do, but just so you know, I can double for the guy in the middle. Just say it. Just put that out there. I know,
do
right?
they subscribe to your exercise routine?
Yeah,
The
that's
real reason why Dave is losing weight.
Yeah. This is gonna be my next venue. All right. So, and for those of you who are in the, just want to know, they have added 2 new upgrades to the show. One is the Harley strip tease, and a shower scene. So there you go. This was always really popular. There used to be the Olympic Garden here in town, which was a female. I think they're still around. I don't know if they're still around. And they added the on top for women, and it got just packed, dude. When they first opened it, it literally was packed. I mean, everybody was going there. Anyways, all right, let's move off of that one because I'm feeling very inferior right now.
Well, the 3 people enjoyed the update.
There were 3 people. Linda, shout out to you, Linda. Yep. There you go. All right, next up, we got new casinos coming, and here's just this picture. Let's just put this picture up. You ready? Slide number 19.
Picture?
Huh?
Okay.
This is the new casinos. So new casinos, for the love of God, Stacy Casinos have been working on Durango Station for literally 150 years, give or take. And so this is where it's going to be located. It's across on the IKEA in the northwest, 215 and Durango.
Okay.
So that's why they're going to call it Durango Station. Believe it or not, there's not a casino, not a major casino within 5 miles of that location, although there are probably 20, 25 Dotties within a 5-mile radius, but there happens to not be an actual Stacy casino.
Of course you would know that.
Well, there are a few Dotties in that area, a few of them that I've used to frequent because I used to live up there. And that's quite literally the plot of land that we're looking at is where, and then across from that, if you look a little further, that's where the 215 is. And then you can see on that left side and a little towards the top is where IKEA is. And anyway, Station owns that big lot of land right there. And they've been talking about building something there. But a week ago, they actually did get the advisory board approval to build a casino on 71 acres of land, which is the first step to actually have. They've had a sign up there, casino coming.
Yeah.
But maybe not for you, for your grandkids kind of thing. And now it's like maybe not for you, but for your kids sort of thing. We'll see. But that community, I think, needs a casino because you got to drive all the way to Blue Diamond. The only way we're going, you're either going all the way, you're following the 215 and going to either Red Rock, or you're going down the other way to Silverton. And that's about it. Or maybe South Point. Some people there might go to South Point. They might go to the M if they're trying to avoid the Strip, but not a lot of options. Or you go back to Trop. You end up at the Excalibur Strip probably. But in terms of local casinos, there's just nothing there. So I think it's definitely a lot of people looking forward to this.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, my wife and I did a Vegas like a local week. Where we tried to hit as many of the off-strip casinos as we could. The down part side was that we only spent 15, 20 minutes at each one of them, so we really didn't get to know. We went to a lot, but I couldn't really tell you where I went or much about it. So that's something that
would be interesting to take a tour with you. Yeah. I could take it to. I know quite too much probably about all of them, realistically.
Yeah.
We're still waiting for East Cannery to get back.
Yeah.
But Station Casino is obviously a mainstay. It built up that local market. My favorite casino by far, favorite local casino, is either Red Rock or Palace. Palace Station, they have some Keno machines. I've done really well. And Red Rock, yeah, I love Keno, dude. Mass month, big month for me, by the way, sir. So, okay, ready? We got some jackpots, and then we got Q&A. We're gonna get through these quick. Are you ready?
Right.
Big, fat, Pai Gow Progressive, straight flush, Planet Hollywood. Edgar from Mexico is there. Thumbs up. $940,000.
Man.
Holy crap. That's to be slide number 21, sir. 21. 21.
I forgot to change it for you.
Yep. There it is. Can you imagine just sitting down at a Pai Gow table and winning $940,000?
Nope. I can't. It just doesn't seem real.
I mean, unbelievable. Life-changing money, really.
Yeah. So
all
you
right.
can buy a little house here in Vegas.
Yeah, you could. Yeah. That'll buy a little house almost anywhere except for maybe Toronto and LA and New York. Okay. Next we have Green Valley Ranch, which I love, by the way. As far as like Green Valley Ranch, you should go there just to look at some of the architecture. It's kind of cool how they have the cobblestones and stuff. They really did a great job with that. $116,000 on a slot progressive there. Hand pay. I just show these guys so you can see them. It does happen. Yeah. And the casinos love bragging about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When Megabucks hits, they're always like, hey, it hit over here. And then for all of you Lauren fans, we have a bingo winner. Someone actually hit the progressive coverall at Sam's Town. Now, you got to hit it in so many numbers, like 49 or 50, whatever it is. And he got the bonus ball while he hit the coverall. And what that means is the last number was the number he needed to finish his card and was also a progressive Super Bowl. He got 20,000, and man, that is super lucky, dude. Not only did you get it in under the numbers, but you also the last number was the progressive ball, which that happens with any bingo card.
Wait a minute, you're telling me bingo is not a skill-based game?
It takes a little skill. I mean, you got to be able to move that dauber around. Yeah, you got to be quick. Oh man, there are some people with real mad skills. You see them out there with the 10 cards?
Oh yeah,
or the 10 sheets, just banging it out. Holy crap!
Dauber in each hand.
Or you see, or they have those tens machines, that the actual machines that where they have the machine, you can load up like 100 cards. It just tells you when you're close.
Oh my gosh!
And then it makes all this noise. It's so depressing because if you're playing bingo,
yeah,
and then you hear all these machines making this noise because they just need one number and you need 5 numbers, now you're just like, holy crap!
Yeah.
You know. All right, well, there you go. So there's a bingo. Okay, so
really quickly, we have another jackpot. Linda S said, Dennis, tell David after I saw you both, I won $1,400 on a 4-card Keno.
Ooh.
See?
What?
The Keno jackpots are coming in mad, sir. Okay?
Right. Well,
a lot
I'm
of
here
Keno
week.
jackpots.
I will play Keno somewhere, somehow.
We are going to do, we're starting this new series on Wednesday nights. We're going to be doing classes. So it's going to be a mix of casino table classes followed by Keno classes. For those of you, it's going to be live. We're going to do it live. We have a live camera, and that way we can talk to you live. We can explain what we're doing, talk about what we're doing. We can get all the nice, good, feely good vibes while we're playing.
All right then.
All right, we got all these machines here loaded up and ready to go. But there's that. Okay, you ready?
Right.
I got a story for you, sir.
Right.
You don't know this, but Dennis Rodman. The Dennis Rodman, okay, former basketball star on Michael Jordan's team. There he is. They are making a movie about his experience in Vegas. So he was in Vegas 48 hours. Now, you know what's amazing is I had never put this whole story together.
Yeah.
It's funny because they talk about this story and they're like, yeah, people in Vegas dubbed it the 48-hour world tour. Well, I was in Vegas. I was actually his dealer at the Rio, and I didn't know that he was making. I knew he went to Club Rio. And I was his dealer. I was his dealer on craps. Of course, there was another dealer. So when I worked at the Rio, you would pick a base and stay on that base for 40. You would on the stick for 20 and base for 40. You didn't rotate around like a lot of the other casinos.
Okay.
Where you go from stick to second base to third base. And so there would have been one other person, right, who would have
also been
there. But I was there. I was literally his dealer. I'm gonna guess that I was his dealer for his whole time on the craps table at the Rio.
Wow.
I don't know what he did wherever else he played.
Yeah.
Now he didn't actually. When I was the dealer, he didn't actually play dice. The girl that was in front of him, that he was holding on to while he was there, she was doing the dice playing. He was playing her while she was playing craps.
Okay.
Is how it happened.
See how real this movie is.
I like how you're also doing the hand motion.
Yeah, I'm
like
doing the hand motion. I should do only 4 fingers. There were only 4 fingers in play, of which it was one of these fingers that was basically occupado. Okay. And that actually happened. That's a true story, and it's amazing. They're making this into a movie about his experience in Vegas. So apparently he was at the Hard Rock, which that makes sense because every celebrity went to the Hard Rock back then. But Club Rio was big. You have no idea the number of celebrities we saw when Club Rio was just massive, was just big.
Yeah, do you get starstruck when you get these celebrities?
Never. I never did. I never cared, to be honest with you.
That's why your other deal. I think I probably would. I'd be prone to making mistakes because just sort of. Holy crap! Is Dennis Rodman here?
Really? I mean, dude, I was on a table. I kid you not. So I got sent to the Masquerade Village, which originally I was hired working. That's the other area of the Rio towards the back. They used to have tables back there, not anymore. And it was because they were having this celebrity football, all these football Hall of Famers that were in town to do some kind of meetup, and there was all these. And so I go over there, I get on base, all these football guys, and I'm just like, oh, whatever. I don't know. I can't pick out a single one. I have no idea who these guys are. Okay. And so all of a sudden, I got every boss in the casino behind me, and everybody's stopping, and they're like, guess who that is? Guess who that is? And I'm like, guess who? Who's what? And I could care less, and I'm just doling out the checks. I'm trying to figure out, like, why don't they have more money than they're buying in for kind of thing? Why aren't they tipping? I got to deal with Tiger Woods. And Tiger Woods came in. It's also at the Masquerade Village. He was on his way to promote that Creole restaurant they had in the tower.
Okay.
I can't remember it right now, but so Tiger Woods came in. He's got a stack of yellow $1,000 checks.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is we're on the Vegas stories, but you could chime in anywhere, rabbit hole, all you want. So Tiger Woods there, and he's with a bevy of girls, by the way. So this is like it's 97, I think. It's before this. It's before Dennis Rodman thing.
Yeah.
Maybe 97, maybe the end of 96. I don't know. And he's got all these blonde-haired, blue-eyed girls with him.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, not just a few, like maybe 1 or 2 that we might entertain, but probably like 6, 7 of these girls, and they're just this whole gaggle, his little entourage. Yeah. I don't even know if he was married. I'm guessing he wasn't married. He was a single person back then, or I think it probably didn't matter whether he was single or not single.
I would guess he was probably single.
Yeah, he was probably
single shortly after that.
Yeah. And so he's playing. He only played the field, and I'll be honest with you. When I first saw him, I really didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
As big a star as he was, I really didn't. I didn't connect. I knew he was important because everybody's like coming over. Because at the Rio, whenever you had all these bosses come up behind you, you knew it was somebody who was very. Except when strangely Bruce Willis played. I dealt to Bruce Willis a few times, and there was never that. He was always playing wet money post Club Rio. He would come over and he would belly up to the game and. I got a great story for that, but we'll do that another day. But anyway, so Tiger Woods playing this stack of yellows.
Yeah.
He wins. And there's this cocktail waitress who's going by. And I got to talk to her later.
Yeah.
And so he tipped her a yellow check. That's all he had was stacks of yellows. He tipped her a yellow check.
$1,000.
And I talked to her later, and because, Tiger Woods is not known as a tipper. In fact, he's the anti-tipper. I mean, he just doesn't tip. I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know of anybody who's ever got a tip from him.
Oh, wow.
As a dealer. Maybe he tipped obviously he tipped the cocktail waitress.
Yeah.
And I said to her, I was like, wow, isn't that something? You got $1,000. She's like, oh yeah, that was the 3rd one today.
What?
But not from just Tiger Woods, from other players. She got 3 yellows in one shift. Can you imagine?
Is she blonde and blue-eyed?
Oh, dude, the Rio was known to have they were voted the hottest cocktail waitress every year in a row. And those cocktail waitresses used to suck up so much money off the casino floor that the Rio eventually got male cocktail. They changed it to these dancing male cocktail waiters. You follow?
Yeah.
Because every $1,000 check that they collect on their tray is 1,000 less that's not going to be played, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we're going to have enough of this. We're going to get all the male cocktail waiters. And of course, a lot of males signed up thinking that was going to be this just juicy job. Not so juicy.
Yeah.
No happy ending there. But I got to sit with her. I couldn't believe it. I mean, she was like, she made like $2,000 on average, give or take. You know, She was like a little disappointed. It was a bit slow that day. I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
No, she's smoking.
Good work if you can get it.
It was really, really good work. But yeah, so I think that's one of the reasons they would put me on tables like that, or I would end up as because I just never cared.
Yeah.
I think it's pants are pants, hands are hands, and you know I would always, if anything, I was disheartened. Yeah. Like I hated meeting Dave Thomas.
Oh yeah.
I mean that was a really, because I mean, not to say I was a big Wendy's fan, but I loved his humor. You know, he was focused on where's the beef, and when Dave Thomas made a presence on his the Wendy's commercials, it was always like some kind of humorous. He was like a heavy-set guy. Yeah. You follow?
Yeah.
But he wasn't that in real life. I mean, to me, he was kind of a deep.
Wait a minute. You're telling me people are different off the camera?
Oh, 100%. So sometimes you don't want to meet your heroes in real life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it could be disheartening. It wasn't necessarily my hero.
But still, a celebrity is something.
Still, yeah, no, that was the thing. All right, well, anyway, so interesting to see if this is going to be a movie. And you asked me earlier who's going to play me. I don't even know if they have my story. I'm going to have to like get straight with that and let them understand. Because he'll back me up. I'm sure he knows exactly what happened. He knows what happened. He knows what's going on. And he knows that I know what happened. And my boxman knows what happened. Yeah. And we were all there, buddy. We saw you. It's all good. You can have a little fun. All right, anyways. All right, we're on to the Q&A. Have we raised any more money for your Epic 21 birthday?
No,
Is anybody else... do we have any Q&A? Do we have anybody still watching or listening, or what's going on?
Yeah, we have, wasn't that dude an actor? Someone said, I saw a comment that thought it was funny. Someone said his future ex-wife might have been one of those blonde ladies.
Yeah, that very well could have been.
Yeah, they were all blonde, dude. Blue-eyed, blonde. That's it. That's all there was. Yeah. You know who else came by who was really nice? He was with a whole another entourage, was Doogie Howser.
Oh, wow.
And what's his name? Doogie Howser?
Oh, gosh.
I think he was still young. You know, this is back when he was still young, because I was young. Neil Patrick Harris was there with some friends of his.
Yeah.
And then the Baywatch, some of the Baywatch crew came. Yeah. And I was amazed at how small, what's her name was? You know, the bevy blonde one?
Pamela Anderson?
Was it Pamela Anderson? Pamela Anderson. And she came in this full-length leather jacket, and I expected her to be, breaking out of that leather jacket a little more than she was, because on TV it looks like, holy crap, those things are gonna knock your ass out. But in real life, it was a little different. I mean, maybe I don't know what stage in her evolution she was at that point.
Yeah.
But she got to she was standing in the middle of the pit with this other guy, another actor, and they were just hanging out, having fun. But that was a thing. We got Larry Flint was the player who came to the Rio. There's a ton. It goes on and on and on. It was literally the highlight. Looking back on it, it was a great place to work. No doubt about it.
That should be on your promo stuff for CEG to
really
attract people in. Hey, play with the stars. And
we play with the stars.
To the stars.
Yeah, but when you're starting out in this business, you just want to get that first job,
True.
And then getting to that point, you really it takes a while. I mean, celebrities still come. Cosmo is a big draw for Hard Rock used to be a big draw for celebrities, but now it's a bit dispersed. It's not Club Rio. The Rio created this environment. Hard Rock and Rio were like the two magnets for celebrities back in the day.
Yeah,
you remember we had Rehab. Rehab at the Hard Rock, which was a huge draw. We always had all those celebrities there. So, the properties now don't have that same kind of, I suppose the Aria at some level, Cosmo, Bellagio, the same kind of mix of properties, but it's a little more dispersed.
Yeah, I've always wondered this, but do the celebrities, do they get like private rooms or private?
100%.
They're not mixed out there with everybody.
No, so they usually make, like, if a celebrity shows up at a show, some kind of entertainment venue, they usually have a separate way in, and they negotiate that with the property beforehand. So their handlers will take them in a certain way and take them out a certain way.
Yeah.
When it comes to the casino floor, almost always, even if they're not willing to play, there's always some kind of attention given to the celebrities to make sure that they're not, depending on the type of celebrity they are.
Yeah.
Like if you're on the D list, perhaps you're way down the chain. Yeah. You know what I mean? Good luck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But someone like J-Lo, for example, I mean, she could just show up to the property and they're gonna make sure that she has the room that she wants. She has they're gonna create the entourage for her. You know what I mean? Like they'll have security surrounding her. I mean, they want to make sure she has the most, the best experience possible. So you brought up
J-Lo.
Yep.
So you think Ben Affleck is teaching her how to count cards?
No, I don't think she cares. I don't think gambling's her thing. But he used to play. Oh, I got stories about them too, by the way. Because back when they were together, I was a dealer.
Yeah.
In the mix, they would go to Hard Rock, and of course Ben Affleck is a well-known blackjack player.
Yep.
A counter.
Yep.
He's got skills.
He does.
Some casinos have refused to let him play.
Yeah.
And he also tips though when he wins, and J-Lo is not known for that. Let's just say, and she has taken back some of those tips, like actually on the table. Or I have a friend of mine who worked security back in the day at the Hard Rock, and his story was that she took back a $100 check that Ben Affleck had given him for providing security.
Oh,
and
man.
she took it back from him. Yeah, that's legitimately. And I knew this man for many years, and I I take him at his word.
Yeah.
But anyways, I do have and she was going to stay at the Rio at one point. She wanted a white room. She loves white.
Okay.
And so she, most of them, they have these riders.
Yes.
So if they're going to stay, they have all these conditions that have to be met, right?
Yeah.
And the Rio tried very hard to get her to stay there, and they lost out. Apparently because it wasn't as white as she needed it to be. The room wasn't as whitewashed as,
Well,
everybody's has it. Jenny from the Block, the old school, right?
Yeah.
From the Block, yeah. Anyways, but yeah.
Sorry,
That's
I don't know how we got there, but...
And then we got rabbit hole, went down another rabbit hole, we got to a squirrel hole. All right, what do we got? I heard a ding-ding.
Yeah, that was another super chat.
Fantastic.
$99.99 by Paul S. Sticky's B-Day Fun.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Paul.
Smoke.
So awesome.
Can you imagine, dude? He gets just all
We're
the
like at 700 now.
You're at 700?
Excluding the...
at least the fees?
Yeah, fees.
Yeah.
That's great, man.
All right, do we have any questions? Because it's past Dave's bedtime. His wife is anxiously awaiting his return, and we need to call it to an end. What do we got? Anything for Dave? By the way, Dave, I was going to hold... one more. Go ahead. Do we have any questions?
For him specifically, we do actually. Dave, have you played any electronic table games?
Yeah, I've played the Roll to Win games in Oklahoma. I haven't played them here in Vegas yet, but that's about it. I like the Roll to Win. Okay, I don't really profess to be a real dice influencer.
Yeah,
but I try, and I have no influence over those.
Obviously,
those Roll to Win games at all. But that's about it. That's the only.
How do you like how it handles the action on the table?
I do like that.
Really?
There's no landmines out there to get in your way when you're throwing the dice. So that's really nice. Mm-hmm. I've heard people say that the lights are distracting to them. It doesn't bother me much.
Yeah.
But I will say, if you have translucent dice and you're trying to set them, it's actually kind of hard to see it sometimes because the light shines up, from the bottom of the table. Yeah. And it shines up through that translucent dice.
Yep.
And the pips are kind of hard to see, so that can be a little bit difficult to work with.
So my problem was getting a strategy in play outside of like betting the flat bets or betting like standardized bets.
Yeah.
Changing around your bets or regressing or doing heads. If you have more than just a couple bets in play, it's hard to manage all that in the time that they give you, in order to keep the game. So I was trying to do double tap.
Yeah.
And a few times it wouldn't take my bets. I couldn't swipe down fast enough and get my bets in play.
So How old are you again?
Huh?
How old are you again?
Yeah, I'm apparently too old. I'm being boomered by the boomer. Oh my God.
So, it's a bubble crap type of interface.
Yeah.
And you have to play it a little while to get familiar with it. So, but after you do, you can do pretty much what you want within the 30 or 40 seconds they give you. At least my betting strategies you can.
Well, if you're new to dice, Dave, what do you think? I mean, you need a dealer, no? Having a dealer is advantageous. You can ask questions. You
100%.
Can quantify your bets.
100%. So that is one thing I really don't like about these Roll to Win tables is I miss having a real crew. We talked about it earlier. I'll tip or we'll buy him some food or something, and it just makes a difference on the experience. You know, I don't mind the roll to win, but I do miss the the interfacing with other people and the dealers. I really miss that.
Very good. All right, guys. I think we're going to. We have any more questions? We're going to call it a day.
We have actually a lot of questions.
Holy crap! Yeah, all right, let's narrow it down.
I can stay for a little bit.
All right, you sure? Yeah. All right, good.
Yeah.
Wait,
my wife's probably watching.
Go ahead.
Someone's asking. Sorry for a basic question, but I would like to know what's a fair amount to tip in blackjack.
Oh, what do you think? I got an answer for that.
I don't play blackjack, but I'm a low roller, so $1 for every $5. So if you got a $5 bet, put $1, maybe $10 bet.
So here's what here's what I typically say. If you like to keep dollars up, if you want to, I try to keep it consistent. I try to put up $1 for about every $10. I don't do it every roll. I got to be winning. I need some kind of run. But as I start winning, I'll put up $1 for about every $10 or so that I have as my bet. If I'm winning and I get to my like tier 2 bankroll, that kind of thing. Otherwise, I give the dealer the same bet I'm betting at a certain level. So as I'm winning, let's say I'm at a $10 or $15, I'll put up 15 for them and let them have the same bet that I'm in for. Okay, so there's like 2 opportunities. But I tend to keep with the dollars so I can keep the dealers in play more often.
Yeah.
If I double down, I always double down. You don't have to double down for the dealers, by the way. Even though you have that $1, you can choose not to double down for the dealers. It's not a lot of people think that's required. It's not required. The same way that but anyway, so that's on you.
So I don't think there's any magic formula.
Nah. Some people wait to the end and just hand in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's always a popular question whenever you have somebody that's a dealer is, what do you prefer? Do you prefer getting the dollars handed to you, or do you prefer the play?
I prefer the play. Every dealer will prefer, most dealers definitely, because if you put them in play, they have an opportunity to win more.
Yeah.
If you just hand in at the end, people tend to just hand like the change. Like if you get out for $878, and you see the green and that, you'll get the $8.
Yeah.
You follow, like you might not. People tend to like differentiate it by colors when they get to that. They're like, well, I want the black and green. I'll give you the rest, and then you get less.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, if you've been in play the whole time while they're winning, those add up.
Yeah.
Without you even realizing it.
That makes sense.
Me and Alex played dice the other day at the Strat out of $5 game, by the way. We had a $5 game, which we love that. And over the course, we only broke even at the very end. Alex got us out, right? Yeah. We were in 820 minutes, and then boom, at the end, he got us out. And the dealers made about $150 on us losing.
Yeah.
And then we still handed in a little bit at the end, but we made sure to get out about even. And that's just really a better way to go. Because if we'd have waited till the very end to tip them, they would have only probably got 20. We were even plus 21.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it would have been less. Yeah. I mean, that's usually my rule of thumb. As far as on a craps table, put dollars in play. Dollars with odds, dollars with shoe, or set them up on place bets. They love that because as long as you roll numbers, they can get paid.
I was at I can't remember what casino it was, but down in Oklahoma, and I had my place bets up there, and I had the inside covered for the dealers. Well, I took my place bets down, and they had to take theirs down too. I had to be in play on that number.
In order for them to have the bets.
Yeah. So
different casinos have different rules with that. In fact, some casinos don't let them keep the place bets in play. They have to come down when they hit.
Right.
So that's another thing. Here in Vegas, you can kind of stay up, but there are some casinos where they act it like a come bet almost.
Yeah.
They have to come down.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got?
Someone's asking about $5 tables.
Did we get to 100 likes?
No, that's a good question.
Oh my God! If we're at 100 likes, we got to give something away. We forgot. Holy smokes!
We're at 72.
All right, if you guys can get us to 100 likes, we got a giveaway. What are we going to give away? We're going to give away one of our new coins. We meant to announce this earlier.
What are the Bitcoin?
We have a Bitcoin coin. Do we have one?
Well, I gotta find it first.
Oh, he lost it. We're having more. Right. Here it is. Here comes the Bitcoin coin, and we have these. The Bitcoin coin. I don't know if you can see that. By the way, don't forget to check out a couple things. One is Dave has his own YouTube channel, has a fantastic podcast, which I love if you're in the dice community.
Bring it up a little bit. Up higher. No. Your left hand. Bring your left. There you go. They can't see it because the banner's
up higher. There you go. And then turn it around so you can see the B. There you go. Bitcoin. Gold plated. How much is this on the site? $10? $5? $5. $5, cheap.
But if you get it here, you don't have to pay for
Free.
shipping.
And we'll ship it out free. Yep. 100 likes and we'll do that. You better get it quick because we're out in like 5 minutes here. We're going to answer a few more questions. Again, if you get a chance, check out our friend Dave here has his own YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/samebet. So he is literally the same bet guy. And it's for you that love craps. It's a lot of stuff on craps. A lot of great information. He has a wonderful podcast with guests throughout the craps community and craps nation. Now we have a new store up. New shop, if you haven't been, it's got some really cool novelty stuff and supplies, and some of the felts have, we've been able to lower the price, some of the felts. Next couple days, we'll have the dealer kits up there for you guys. And we have an 8-foot craps table that's going to go on sale next week as a kit for you guys been looking for your own craps table. We put it together in 10 minutes in here at Casino Quest. You're going to love it. Yep, but there's a few things. Ooh, he's showing you the site. It's a basic site, but it's fantastic. It's much more powerful. And for those 69 Diamond Club, oh my God, we have some great stuff for you coming. Those of you on Discord, we have the Wetter is Better coin, and just wait till you see this. I can't even talk about it.
We might not even be able to show it on.
We might not be able to show it live, but you guys are gonna love it. Those of you in the 69 Diamond Discord club are gonna love that. But anyways, the felts. The felts are available right now. We have a new supplier.
Orders, actually.
Huh?
There's been some orders already.
Already?
Nice.
Yeah, so the felts are on sale. The dealer kits are coming up. We have found some fantastic suppliers that have lowered our costs because we've been ordering more in bulk. Thanks to you guys. Fantastic. But how many likes do we have? We got to 100 yet?
We're at 92.
Get busy, get busy. See, all you got to do is ask, and people have just been lazy. Now just sitting around like Timmy, eating instead of pressing the like button. I don't understand.
It's not hard.
Well, most people forget to press it.
People forget. I forget all the time. I never know what I liked. I don't know if I like it till the very end. I got to think about it a minute. You know what I mean?
Ooh, someone's asking us if there's going to be any new CQ checks.
Yes, we're designing 2 new, so actually 3 new checks. We're designing a David check, which may have Daddy David on it. I get protesting that one a little bit, but I can't, people have spoken.
I'm the designer, so it's going to have
We have Alex. The DGen check is coming. Those of you in the 69 Diamond Club, you're going to love that one. And then we have a new limited edition check that will be coming out here in the very near future. And if you don't know already, Dennis has become quite the apparel designer. And he has designed this hoodie that's not up on the site. We only have 3 left here. We started with 7. We only have 3 left. And they're fantastic. He really went and created this thing. Him and Brandy have created this fantastic hoodie. So the light hoodies that everybody, we should have shown this. We had a picture of it last week. It's fine.
I have the hoodie. Oh,
We're gonna put it up on the site. It looks fantastic. It's a light hoodie. The design, it's a Vegas Casino Quest design, and you get to wear your heart on your sleeve. It's so fantastic. He came up with it. I mean, he really is tremendous.
That's
tremendous.
Awesome, that's really
all right.
awesome.
What do you got? Another question for Dave or myself? We got answer for 2 more.
We got
questions.
101 likes, by the way.
Wow,
All right.
101 likes. All right, so Dave, same bet's gonna be,
$5 tables while they're figure out a word, and then we'll talk about $5 tables.
You know who's gonna have $5 tables? A Casino Quest meetup.
There we go.
We're gonna have a good next Casino Quest meetup. I'm negotiating with potentially another casino, maybe. We have, because we want to get around town. You know what I mean? We're man around town. That's what we are, And so we want to do $5 tables for our fans and have them come out and play. And we need to get enough of you out here to fill up a whole pit. So just like we did the Strat, we want to do that again. It might be at the Strat again, but $5 tables all the way around for everybody to come out on a meetup weekend. We're thinking about a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Nice.
We're trying to work out a couple things. Cheap rooms, cheap food, cheap tables. Okay? Dave Friendly.
I hear a theme here.
David Friendly. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, what do we got? One more.
Well, in the meantime,
The winner.
Ellis Island and
Ellis
Oyo
Island.
are your best bets.
Oyo. Dennis Island. And you get to see the Hooters girls, or they have a Hooters there.
Yeah.
And then they have a lot of these, the other girls, they have a lot of girls in the pit, just put it that way. A lot of girls that could be Hooters girls working in, what I mean?
I want to say, their craps tables are only open in the evenings and weekends.
It's limited.
Or Thursdays.
They have
Sundays.
fewer crap guys dealing.
Yeah.
More blackjack kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think they already chose the word, and the word is same bet.
Same bet.
Hey, all
yeah,
right.
we're gonna do same bet. Yeah, perfect.
Same bet.
All right,
Love
do
it.
same bet, and then you listen. Let Dave here stop it.
While they have to comment, we got to give them a second.
All right.
So someone's asking, what about the Craps app?
The Craps what?
Craps app?
We follow up with Crapsy every day. Let me just say, Chuck, we need your Craps app, buddy. By the way, we've been contacted by another development company also willing to do this. We need, I follow up with Chuck and he tells me that it's still in development. It's coming. I know a lot of people have been asking about it. We were told that it was pretty close to done. I think they're having security issues. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. It's been a week or so since I followed up. I need to follow up. I'll have an answer. So with the advent of this site, you guys are finally gonna get some email from us. So all of you who have signed up on our Casino Quest site a long time ago and have never really been contacted or followed up with, we are gonna have a regular newsletter, and we're gonna be making some big announcements within the next couple days that include, our table stuff here at Casino Quest, a meetup event, all these things. So you guys will be in the loop now, just as we will. And we'll let you know where all this stuff is at. I know we get asked about Crapsy literally all the time. It was fantastic. We had a working app. Everybody was enjoying it. I don't know what the hell happened. But we'll follow up with Chuck again this weekend. And we'll
Side
figure
note,
out.
Toothpick Ted says hello to Dave.
Hey, Toothpick Dad.
Isn't this great? By the way, we are going to keep up this collaboration. I would like Dave to be a regular part of my show. I feel like he gives us some pretty good context, so we could talk dice.
Yep. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, literally easy. All right, what do you got? All right, we're gonna spam same bet.
Oh, everyone's already spammed it.
Already spammed it. You gotta let
Dave,
them know
tell me
when
when
to
to stop.
Okay, let's stop.
You got 1 through 12. Pick a number.
You
through
pick.
1 through
You
12.
I
pick,
picked
sir.
the number.
Yeah,
Okay.
all
8.
you.
8. Carrie Hurd, you are the winner.
Ooh.
All right. Carrie Hurd.
Carrie Hurd, fantastic. The winner of our Bitcoin coin, and we might throw in one of our other coins for you, just so you know. What's his what's your favorite color, sir? Is it Carrie? That could go.
Is it one of your 3?
Huh?
One of your 3 female viewers?
I mean, it could. I mean, no, but the Carrie's.
Sorry, Carrie.
Yeah, no. What's your favorite color, Carrie? How is it spelled? C-A-R-E-Y?
C-A-R-E-Y. Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Info.
Because we'll send a matching color, your favorite color.
Everyone's commenting rig. Carrie.
It's always rigged.
Yeah.
It's always. We have Dave here. How can it be rigged? Come on now.
Come on, guys.
Yeah. All right. Fantastic. We had a great podcast. Thank you so much, Dave, for being
this is a
part
lot
of
of
this
fun.
experience.
I'm looking forward to doing some more.
Dude, I can't wait. I've needed someone to balance out my personal rabbit hole, sir.
Yeah, but I think I pushed you down some rabbit holes.
That's
we went even
fantastic.
deeper.
Yeah, so you can't blame me anymore for those rabbit holes. You can blame
partner
Dave.
in crime.
Carrie said teal is his favorite color.
Teal? We have a teal. Don't we have a teal coin? Tealish coin?
We got a blue.
Is that teal? We don't know what teal is.
Well,
he's
teal
close to you,
is a
doesn't
mixture between blue and green.
Blue and green?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, we have blue. All right, we'll have him pick blue or green. We don't have a teal coin yet. I love teal, by the way. We have some teal shirts out here. Teal shirts. All right, anyways. All right, thank you guys very much. We love all your support. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to this every week like you have no idea. I hope what we've shared with you is informative. And be sure to check us out, CasinoQuest.biz, to reserve your own time here at Casino Quest. We had a fantastic day. We had a lot of great fans stop by. Dave, thank you so much for being part of the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And till next time. Next Sunday, buddy. Clear the calendar.
Next Sunday.
You busy?
I don't think so. I think
He's not caring. We got him on the spot.
Yeah, it's like
all right,
I have
good.
to check with my wife.
Check with the wife, sir. Check with the wife. We want everything to be a good, happy ending, okay?
Yeah.
Happy
Oh my
endings for
God.
everybody.
Oh my
All right.
God. Oh
See you
my
guys.
God.
Bye. Take care. Good night.
All right, bye, everybody.
Bye.
Wait. Now we're ending it. There you go.
All right, good.
Awesome.
We're out.